Hello and welcome to Friday Night Football on PlayOnSports.com. It's the PlayOnSports.com pregame show live from El Sobrante, California at De Anza High School. I'm Sonny Bobrai here with Todd Allen on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Tonight's matchup features the visiting Annalee Tigers against the host El Cerrito Gauchos. Visiting the Tigers come into tonight's matchup with an undefeated record of 12-0, and the home team, the El Cerrito Gauchos, also undefeated at 12-0. And I'm here once again with Todd Allen, and we're about to call this Division III NCS semifinal game. It's a great night for football out here, very nice. It's a very chilly night, but it's dry. That's the key point here tonight. For one team, they've been here before. They've been here several times. The El Cerrito Gauchos, not too unfamiliar with the playoffs, but this is the first time in school history for the Annalee Tigers to reach this point of the playoffs. Todd, do you think that experience, although maybe some of these Gauchos haven't exactly been in the playoffs recently, or this specific team, do you think that plays a big factor in tonight's game?
Oh, absolutely. Experience goes a long way. These teams have never really been this far, at least for Annalee has, so El Cerrito's got to have that bit of experience going in their way. And I tell you, Sonny, what a night for football we have. Where else would you rather be than in this building or at home watching us on the Play On Sports Network? Tonight we have, in my opinion, the best two teams in the North Coast Section Division III. As you mentioned, number one, El Cerrito, 12-0. Really only been tested twice all year. Week 4, 16-14, knockdown, drag out of Campolindo. And last Friday night's 19-17 win over a strong Bishop O'Dowd squad. Head coach Kenny Kahn and his Gauchos are locked in, terrorizing the Tri-County Rock League, outscoring their opponents 317-32 in 6 league games. Quite an accomplishment. And then you have number 2, Annalee, just as impressive, while El Cerrito averages 48.2 points a game. The Tigers score 49.3 a game, led by head coach Daniel Borden, QB Darren Newman, and stud linebacker Zavi Janella. The Tigers match El Cerrito's 12-0 record, and lucky for us, we get to settle this on the field tonight. Winner goes on to face the Cardinal Newman Marin Catholic winner tomorrow night for the D3 NCS title.
Yeah, it's a big night for all of these young guys. They're going to remember it for a long time. To get here, the Gauchos of El Cerrito defeated the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons by a score of 19-7 in what was a low-scoring affair in what is now known as the Mud Bowl, as they played in the rain and the mud on their field out there at Bishop O'Dowd. However, the Annalee Tigers also played in a rainy game against the Campolindo Cougars. Although theirs was a high-scoring affair, 38-34 was the final there, and fortunately they play on a field turf over there at Campolindo, which prevented the mud from being an issue, which is what we have here tonight. We play on the field turf, although it doesn't look like we're going to see any rain tonight. It's just chilly. You go outside, you take a breath, and you see it. You see it moving through the air. So it's a nice chilly night here for football. A couple players to watch out here for the Annalee Tigers. Wide receiver Aaron Maher in that quarterfinal playoff game last week, 7 receptions, 202 yards, 2 touchdowns. He is a beast for the Tigers offensively and defensively. He plays both sides of the ball. And for the for the El Cerrito Gauchos, you want to watch out for Darius Pickett. He is the formidable running back for the Gauchos, and he did score a touchdown in last week's game. Low-scoring affair. In fact, all those points, 19-7, scored all in the first half. The second half was blanked by both teams. So it'll be interesting to see how these teams come in here tonight. One team just came out of an offensive shootout, the other one in a defensive battle. We'll see how that matches up here tonight between the Annalee Tigers and the El Cerrito Gauchos. After a short break, we'll be back with a kickoff here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. All right, fans, and welcome back. We are here once again at De Anza High School in El Sobrante, California, where we are about to take part in this NCS Division III semifinals playoff game between the visiting Annalee Tigers and the El Cerrito Gauchos. Both teams, once again, coming into tonight's game with undefeated records, 12-0. But Todd, somebody's got to leave here with a loss tonight while the other moves on to the NCS championship game.
Yeah, that's what's so good about high school football and this new North Coast section playoff system. It's all settled on the field. All the writers may have their opinions. I think I read El Cerrito would be maybe favored by about 7 points in this game. But, hey, we'll find out who the better team is today in 48 minutes of football.
I think the biggest key in this game will come Annalee's offense versus El Cerrito's defense. Once again, we heard, we saw that last week El Cerrito was able to hold Bishop O'Dowd's offense to 7 total points in that game. If you look at a team like the Annalee Tigers, they score points. They've scored at least 35 points in every game they've played this season, and that's quite a few more than Bishop O'Dowd scored against El Cerrito last week, although we know Bishop O'Dowd, very potent offense as well. So that's going to be the key to the game for me. Definitely. El Cerrito's defense, Annalee's offense. What about you, Todd?
Well, I'd have to say that Annalee is going to give the El Cerrito Gauchos a lot more to look out offensively than Bishop O'Dowd did. They have athletes all over the field. They can run the ball, they can pass the ball, and everybody on their offense, their skill position players can take it to the house at any time. So this should be an exciting matchup. Wherever you are, thank you for joining us on the PlayOn Sports Network.
Absolutely. So here we go. Annalee will be kicking off to the El Cerrito Gauchos. Also very dangerous returners on both sides of the ball for either team this year. But they've had a lot of special team success any way you look at it. So here's the kick. It's a little bit of a poocher. It'll be fielded about the 30-yard line. And a nice return there. Jalen Harvey, I believe, on the return. He's not on my roster here unless he's wearing the wrong number.
Yeah, Jalen Harvey is the junior 185-pounder for El Cerrito. And Annalee was very confident, not wanting to kick the ball to those deep return men, going for the pooch kick instead. El Cerrito still has good field position to start this one out.
Great field position starting at the 41-yard line. Back at quarterback, Keelan Benjamin in the shot and a pistol formation. Looks like he's got a running back behind him. He'll throw to the right short, back to Harvey. Harvey will make the catch, gain a couple yards and run out of bounds after about a 4-yard gain for the Gauchos. Yeah, and that's how this game will start off.
No, excuse me, Sonny. Yeah, that's Harvey again getting his second touch of the game, which is nice, getting the ball early, getting your legs and your head into the game. That's good for Harvey and good sign for El Cerrito. Yeah,
especially on a chilly night like tonight. Yeah, you got your warm-ups in, but then you had to sit through the coin toss and the kickoff, and there's a handoff to the left side. That's speedy number 24, Austin Harper, getting around the corner, still not down, still on his feet, and ends up losing yardage because of it. Tackled after maybe a gain of 1 by Annalee's defensive end there, Andrew Woolmer. It looked like Harper was not going to go down, refused to go down, found a corner around the left side, ran into a bunch of Annalee players, and they actually give him forward progress to just past the 50-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 1.
Yeah, very generous spot by the officials, giving it back to where he was initially short of the first down by only about a half a yard.
Yeah, looks like he got away from defenders, but the referees did give him the forward progress there. So here's the snap and the throw to the right side. It's Jalen again. Jalen Harvey with some blocks gets out to about the 34-yard line of the Annalee Tigers. And right now they've run that play twice already. The screen pass or the bubble pass there to Jalen Harvey on the right side from the shotgun formation. And it's worked well for them. First, it picked up 4 yards, and right there picked up about 10 yards.
Yeah, Annalee gives that to him. El Cerrito's going to take it every time. They have their corners off in the line of scrimmage. It's an easy pitch and catch.
So lining up in the pistol formation once again at quarterback, Keelan Benjamin. He's got 2 receivers to his right. He'll take the snap. He's going to roll to the left. It's an option. He'll find a hole and run up the middle for a gain of about 4 yards before he's swallowed up there once again by Andrew Holmer. That's his second tackle of the game. Andrew Woolmer.
Yeah, first time we saw the option today. Probably going to see plenty of that. You have the opportunity for your quarterback who can run the ball, and you obviously have good running backs, so it's exciting that we're going to see the option going up against this Annalee defense.
Yeah, Keelan Benjamin, more effective with his legs than with his arm. It's been like that all season long, but do not sleep on his arm. He will throw a touchdown pass here or there, especially with plenty of speedy receivers on the field. This is the third time we've seen the screen or the bubble pass to the right side. This time it is to Keith Benjamin, and he is still able to pick up about 3 yards on the play, but we've seen them run that same play 3 times now.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, they keep giving them that space, and they're going to run that screen pass every time. They know they can pick up positive yards, and they know they're not going to turn the ball over on it. It's a good job by the El Cerrito coaching staff and the quarterback identifying where the weakness is so far, but they did stop short of the first down with third up and short upcoming.
That's right, bringing up another third and short. This is the second third and short they've faced on this drive, and there's a flag. A lot of confusion going on the El Cerrito side of the ball. Delay of game against the Gauchos. They were absolutely confused. They didn't know what was going on. You see Keelan Benjamin there looking back at the sidelines, just throwing his arms up in the air. There are too many players on the field coming in and out. They were missing players, but that will turn that 3rd and 1 into a 3rd and 6. Big mistake there for the Gauchos.
Yeah, you had definitely a 3rd and 1 coming up, and now you're looking at a 3rd and 6. Tough, lot less options offensively.
Shotgun formation for the Gauchos. 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left. In motion to the left side is Keith Benjamin. Benjamin takes a snap, rolls to his left. He has to roll back to his right. He's got 2 defenders on him, throws the ball, has a receiver at the sideline. That's Jalen Harvey getting 2 feet inbounds for the first down catch. And that is just a great play there by Keelan Benjamin, rolling to the left, rolling back to the right, and making a play to his receiver.
Yeah, Keelan had his brother Keith open on a post pattern, but he couldn't get it out to him. Able to keep the play alive, and good job by by Harvey, keeping the play alive and making a nice catch and getting his feet in bounds and getting the first down. Oh, yeah. No, they're short by a yard, it looks like, Sonny.
Oh, yeah, it looks like that's going to bring up a 4th and short. Excuse us, we thought it was a first down there, but 4th and short. This is about where they were for the first time they had 3rd down. They hand off to the fullback up the middle. He gets it. He might be gone. That's Derek Calhoun out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. But that will be a first down for the Gauchos.
Yeah, nice play there, giving it to your fullback and just letting him make something happen. The play was very well blocked. Calhoun was able to bounce it outside. And as you mentioned, he almost sprung that thing for a touchdown. We'll have 1st and 10 here.
Yeah, excuse me, not quite sure that the Tigers saw that one coming. With as much speed as El Cerrito has on the field, they give it to the up back. That was Derek Calhoun with the first down run. So they line up in an I formation, tight set for everybody. Benjamin under center, he'll fake the handoff, roll to his left. He's got a lot of room, but he's forced back inside, forced backwards. He's rolling to the right, nobody there. He gets forced back to the inside again and finally goes down at about the 7-yard line. He did a lot of running on that play for about a 4-yard gain, Todd.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive. You know, probably the most impressive 4-yard gain I've seen all season. He probably covered 50 yards in territory going left and right. Look a little bit like RG3 out there for the Washington Redskins. He's certainly got a lot of speed.
Absolutely, a little bit. Keelan Benjamin there had me running out of breath. I wasn't even running. Oh, man. That'll bring up a 2nd and about 6 now. Again, I formation, tight set. Benjamin under center will hand off to the right side. I believe that's Calhoun into the end. No, he'll be stopped at the 1-yard line.
Looked like a Darius Pickett that time. The tailback took the pitch on the right side. It had a hole, and it looks like he's going to be about a yard short, but still a nice gainer on 2nd down.
You're right. Pickett gets to inside the 5-yard line, about the 4-yard line. That'll bring up a 3rd and 1 for the Gauchos. Coming onto the field right there is Bryson Singleton, one of the captains for this team. Maybe a short yardage back situation. They'll line up in I formation, tight set once again. The deep back is a Darius Pickett. They hand off to the up back. That was Bryson Singleton. And there it is. The signal is a touchdown, Gauchos.
Singleton comes into the game. The aggressive linebacker playing both ways tonight. First carry of the ball game, takes it right up the gut. 6 easy points for El Cerrito. That's the start the Gauchos wanted to have. They know they're going to have to score a lot to keep up with Annalee's high-powered offense. They did exactly that, converting 3rd down and a 4th down along the way. And it's 6-0 El Cerrito.
Gauchos take the ball, drive 65 yards for the touchdown. 7:44 left on the clock here in the first quarter. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. And El Cerrito takes a 7-0 lead with 7 minutes and 44 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And right there we saw the Annalee defense just get manhandled, really.
Yeah, they did. They know they saw on film Keelan Benjamin's going to be a hard guy to bring down. He certainly made him work on that possession, and that's going to come into key later on in the game. This defense, they have to chase number 10 around all game. They're going to be wiped out by the time this one's finished.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. You know, you said he kind of looks like RG3 out there. He reminds me of Michael Vick at Virginia Tech. Running around back there, it's hard to get a hand on him at all. He could switch directions without problems at all, and that's a dangerous weapon there for El Cerrito with Keelan Benjamin behind center. So we'll see the kickoff now going to the Annalee Tigers, and we'll see their offense take on this very tough El Cerrito defense like we talked about last week. A 19-7 final score against Bishop O'Dowd, and not a lot of people expected that. Two very potent offenses held each other down in what was a very low-scoring affair, whereas Annalee, as we talked about, played a very high-scoring game against Campolindo. So we'll see how tonight turns out. Here's the kickoff from the Gauchos. It's high. It'll be fielded at about the 20-yard line. That's Generic James, and he gets hit hard. Goes down at the 25-yard line after only a 5-yard return. Generic James, a.k.a. Skittles, on the return for the Annalee Tigers, and that's where they'll start their first drive tonight.
Yeah, Generic James, the Skittles is a great nickname for him. He's little, he's small, he's compact, and he's only a sophomore, so hopefully he'll add some more poundage, some more height to that frame, because he's certainly got a lot of ability.
He's a quick little guy. Here come the Tigers offense. They've got two wide receivers split to each side. Quarterback Darren Newman in shotgun. Going with a hard count, and it will end up in a false start against the Annalee Tigers. They had a number of players run off sides. They all looked very confused. They all started before the ball was snapped. Ball was never snapped, so that will result in a 5-yard penalty against the Tigers, and that's not a good way to start this drive, especially after El Cerrito started their side of the game off with a touchdown.
Yeah, I think you got to put that one in the center. It seemed like everybody knew the snap count. Everybody went on the same count, but the center didn't snap the ball.
So Darren Newman in shotgun, once again, two receivers to each side. Newman takes the snap. He's looking to his left. He's got his receiver in the flat. That's Kyle Lewis, who gets pummeled there by Jalen Harvey, who is playing both sides of the ball tonight. We saw him make a couple offensive plays on that first drive, and there he is with a big hit on the receiver there.
Yeah, Jalen Harvey, he's the man who's going to be all over the field tonight. Does not leave the field.
Darren Newman under center now will hand off to Kyle Lewis. He'll take it to the left side. He didn't find a hole up the middle. He'll gain only about 3 or 4 yards on that carry. That will bring up a third and close to 9. Looks like they got close to the line of scrimmage there. Excuse me, third and about 8.
Yeah, but that's where the penalty comes into play. And instead of having a 3rd and short, you're looking at a 3rd and 7, much more difficult to convert on 3rd down.
So the Tigers going with a very fast-paced offense here. They're already set up and ready to go again. They've got motion going to the right side. That's Dylan Mathias. Newman takes the snap. He's looking around, can't find anybody. Rolls to his right, telling receiver to go deep, throws it up, and nobody's there as he chucks it out of bounds. And that will be how the Tigers' first drive ends. That's a 3 and out with a penalty on their first play. That'll bring up about 4th and 7. And a good showing there for the El Cerrito defense, which held Bishop O'Dowd to only 7 points last week.
Yeah, Derek Calhoun, the junior middle linebacker, number 2, put great pressure right there on the quarterback of Annalee and forced the incompletion. They're going to have to punt. Not something that Annalee's used to doing, punting, especially on their first possession.
Back to return for the Gauchos. You see number 21, Marcellus Pippins, and number 9, Keith Benjamin. Here comes the punt from Aaron Maher. It's a high one. It drops at about the 47-yard line of the Gauchos and bounces out of bounds, and that's where the Gauchos will take over. Great field position once again, and we'll have to see if this Annalee defense has an answer for this potent El Cerrito offense. Very quick. It doesn't matter who you give the ball to. They're moving very fast on the El Cerrito side of the ball.
Yeah, El Cerrito has got to be happy with the way they started this game. They take the opening kickoff, take it down 65 yards for a touchdown, and their defense gets the 3 and out on this potent Annalee offense, and now they get a chance to build on their 7-0 lead.
So the Gauchos are going to spread it wide open here. They got 2 receivers to each side. You've got Keelan Benjamin in the shotgun formation. He'll take the snap, and it is the read option. He hands it off to Austin Harper with the carry over the left side, picks up about 3 yards to midfield. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Again, looking like RG3 there, like you said. That's a play that we've seen the Redskins run a lot this year. RG3 with the zone read, handing off the ball or carrying it himself in that time. Benjamin handed the ball off to his running back for a gain of 3 yards. 2nd and 7. They spread it wide open again. Keelan Benjamin back there with Austin Harper. Motion coming to the right side. They hand it off to the motion man. That is Adarius Pickett, who is just pummeled by 3 Annalee defenders for no gain on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 7.
Yeah, good job by the Annalee defense. We're not fooled by the quick end around to the man who came in motion from left to right. Good job of gang tackling from this Annalee defense. Although they've been hit pretty hard throwing the ball and running the ball against them, they've done a good job when they've had an opportunity to bring down, other than the quarterback, who they've had a hard time bringing down. They're doing a good job gang tackling. Let's see if they can get a stop here on 3rd and 7.
I don't know if I could blame Annalee for having a hard time bringing down Keelan Benjamin. He looks like a pretty elusive guy back there.
Absolutely.
So here's 3rd and 7, trips to the right side. Benjamin in shotgun. He'll take the snap, goes back. Looks like they're setting up the screen. Nothing there. Benjamin on the run. There's a flag on the field. He goes out of bounds short of the first down at about the 45-yard line. But there is a flag on the field.
Yeah,
and it's going to be
holding.
Yeah, you're right, holding against the Gauchos.
Yeah, Keelan did a really good job of keeping that play alive. Man, he's tough to bring down. You can't even get a hand on him. He's so quick. But El Cerrito did get caught for holding on that possession. Now it'll be 3rd and a mile.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to set up the screen there, and it just it blew up in their face as the Annalee defense read it. And they surrounded Keelan Benjamin, but once again, he was able to elude everybody. This is a huge penalty. It sets them back quite a few yards, bringing up a 3rd and 25 for the El Cerrito Gauchos.
Yeah, that's that spot foul, and they were holding well deep in the backfield. As you mentioned, they were setting up the screen, but it puts them in a really tough situation here in 3rd and long.
Spreading it wide open again. 2 receivers to each side. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun with Austin Harper just to his right. Sending a receiver in motion, that's Marcellus Pippins. Keelan Benjamin takes the snap, looking back. He's got some pressure. He evades the pressure, looks to his right, and he finds his receiver. That's Adarius Pickett, but no catch. He could not land in bounds. He caught the ball, but landed out of bounds, and that is how the second possession for the Gauchos will end, a very successful one for the Tigers defense.
Yeah, good job by Maurice Freeman, the senior captain for the Annalee Tigers, with the nice coverage there. Wouldn't have been enough for the first down anyway, but El Cerrito's going to have to punt, and Annalee's powerful offense will get another crack at it here.
Yeah, you know, something I saw there from Keelan Benjamin was he was in the pocket for a long time. Pressure kind of flying by his face, but it didn't really seem to faze him. He stood there, maybe moved around in the pocket just a little bit to find an open space to throw the ball, and threw the ball very accurately.
Yeah, very supremely confident quarterback.
Here's the punt from James Rice. It bounces and goes out of bounds at, the referees will mark it at the 32-yard line. And that's where the Tigers will get their second shot of the night. 4:58 left here in the first quarter, a 7-0 score in favor of the home El Cerrito Gauchos. I'm Sonny Bope right here with Todd Allen tonight for this NCS Division III semifinal playoff game. The winner of this game will move on to the NCS championship game. And both these teams coming into tonight undefeated records. Somebody's got to go home with a loss tonight. Neither of these teams, I'll tell you, they're going to fight their tails off because neither of these teams wants that L on their record. Here comes Newman and the Annalee offense. Newman under center. He will hand off to Kyle Lewis, who is tripped up. He keeps his feet about him and picks up about 5 yards on the carry. That's a great individual effort there by Kyle Lewis, who was able to just kind of shrug off that first tackler who went for his ankles, and he picks up 5 solid yards.
Yeah, Jalen Harvey again was in the backfield. They're having a hard time blocking him, and he got in there and tripped him up. He was able to elude the tackle by Harvey and pick up 5 yards. Good job by Annalee to pick up good yardage here on first down.
Something we haven't seen so far in this game. It is still early, but Darren Newman is known for airing the ball out with this offense, getting the ball up for Aaron Maher. We have not seen him complete a pass to Aaron Maher yet. We haven't really seen him throw the ball deep, and that's something they did a lot last week. So here comes 2nd and 5. They'll hand the ball off to Aaron Maher, who's going to throw it deep into double coverage, and it is broken up. A great defensive play there by Adarius Pickett, I believe, who was back there to break up the pass. Aaron Maher, the wide receiver, took the handoff and what looked to be somewhat of a reverse, went back to pass, threw it up for his receiver, Kerr Johnson Jr., who got past the defenders, but great play there. That was not a Darius Pickett. Excuse me, that was Keith Benjamin breaking up the play for the Gauchos.
Yeah, Darren Borden going into his bag of tricks early in this game with the trick play, and it almost hit, but a really nice defensive play by the Gauchos.
And you know what? A great throw there from Aaron Maher. If he'd have just put it a little bit further, we might be seeing Annalise celebrating the end zone right now, but not the case. Instead, it's 3rd and 5. Here's Newman in the shotgun. He's looking to his right. Throws it up for his receiver, Dylan Mathias, who's not able to make the play, and that will bring up 4th and 5, and Annalee will have to punt for the second time in this game. And right now, the Gauchos defense really setting the tone.
Yeah, well, Mathias certainly should have made that catch. It was right in his hands. Newman hit him right in the hands. I don't know if he was expecting a big hit or something, but he took his eye off it at the last second and kind of alligator-armed it, unable to make a catch on 3rd and 5. Disappointing, and once again, Annalise forced to punt.
Yeah, that's another favorite play of the Tigers. They like to run that slot out with Dylan Mathias. Maybe the Gauchos read up on that play a little bit, although, like you said, they didn't have it covered all that well. Here comes the punt from Aaron Maher. It will drop at about the 45-yard line. Bounce in favor of the Tigers is fielded by Marcellus Pippins, who gets around the edge and is slammed out of bounds at about the 45-yard line where the ball originally bounced at the far sideline. So that's where El Cerrito would take over for this possession. Already up 7-0, now 3:52 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, once again, excellent field position for the El Cerrito Gauchos. Annalee hasn't been able to pick up a first down yet in this ball game, and the Gauchos in their 3rd attempt with the ball are going after adding to their 7-0 lead currently here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is the 3rd possession for the Gauchos, I believe, and they've had possession at the 35-yard line or better, except for that penalty that set them back before it. But they've started with field position at the 35-yard line or better all 3 possessions so far, whereas the Tigers have started within their own 30 for every possession so far. So here comes 1st and 10 for the Gauchos. The handoff is bobbled by Keelan Benjamin, but somehow he's able to make a play and runs out of bounds after a gain of 2 to the left side. He bobbled the snap and couldn't hand it off to either one of his running backs who he intended on handing it off to, and results in a busted play, but he's still able to make it a positive play. Gain of about 1 on the play, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, Keelan Benjamin, it's been a pleasure to watch him so far in this first quarter because he can make something out of nothing on basically every single play.
Keelan Benjamin, only a junior. He'll have all of next year to impress us again. Gauchos come out in a full set. Wide receivers to the right and left. Keelan Benjamin back to pass, looking to his right, going deep for Jalen Harper. Throws it up, and nothing there. It doesn't really seem like either player got his hands on the ball. It was Jalen Harper versus Aaron Maher, 2 of the big stars on either side of this team, and the ball just kind of hit the ground.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good throw there from Benjamin. He short-armed it a little bit, tried to give Harvey a chance to go up and make a play, but unable to come up with that one, forcing a 3rd and long here.
Yeah, you can't have everything. Keelan Benjamin, not known for the strong arm, being able to throw the deep ball, but we've seen what he can do behind the line of scrimmage. He's got a lot of skills back there. 3rd and 9 for the Gauchos now. They have 2 receivers to the right and the left. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation. Nobody back there with him. He'll take the snap, looking. He's gonna. It's a delayed quarterback run, and he's got nowhere to go. But he continues to run backwards, which is not the way you want to go. He's finally tackled at the 39-yard line. Keelan Benjamin tried everything he could do to make a play. Ended up losing about 7 or 8 yards on the play, and there is a Gaucho down. Looks like that is number 52, William Dreyer, on the ground, and he seems to be in pain.
Yeah, Benjamin trying to make something happen like he does so often, but good job by the Annalee defense not allowing him to get outside. But unfortunately, Gauchos did lose one of their offensive linemen who, as you mentioned, seems to be in quite a bit of pain there. It might be his left knee. That appears to be what they're looking at. Let's hope he's okay. Yeah,
that was a 3rd and 9 for the Gauchos, and they were looking to run the quarterback draw from the shotgun, and Keelan didn't really have anywhere to go. Instead, he went backwards. It results in a negative play for the Gauchos.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Thank you for that, Todd. And that is, in fact, William Dreyer, the center for the Gauchos, limping very gingerly off with help to the sideline, and that's not a good sign for the Gauchos. If your center goes out, that could really mess up your center-to-quarterback exchange. And with a quarterback like Keelan Benjamin, that could be an issue in this game. With 3:23 left here in the first quarter, the Gauchos have a 7-0 lead over the Annalee Tigers. They are facing a 4th and 19 from their own side of the field now, and will punt the ball away to, looks like we're going to see Skittles back there, Generic James for the return for Annalee. The punt from the Gauchos. It's going to drop at the 30-yard line. Skittles lets it go, and it takes a very beneficial bounce for the Gauchos, and it's finally picked up by Darius Pickett at about the 16-yard line. And once again, bad field position starting off for the Annalee Tigers.
Yeah, you look at the Gauchos, they've been getting the ball close to the 50-yard line on their 3 possessions. The Annalee's had to start inside their own 25-yard line. Yet to pick up a first down are the Annalee Tigers, so they're hopefully be able to get something going offensively, trailing only 7-0. Things haven't really gone well for them so far in this first quarter, but they're still definitely into this ballgame if they get their offense back on track.
Yeah, their offense is not used to being shut down like this. Like we've said, they've scored at least 35 points in every game this season. So 3:13 left here in the first quarter. They still have a 0 up on the board. Here comes Darren Newman in the shotgun formation. Motion from the right side. That's Dylan Mathias, and the flags come flying before the ball can be snapped. Looks like that's going to be offsides against the Gauchos. So that's a good way to start this drive for the Tigers. They will start off with a 1st and 5 now.
To the 21-yard line. 1st and 5.
Tigers come out in shotgun formation. They have trips to the right side, single receiver to the left side. Darren Newman in shotgun formation with Kyle Lewis to his side. There's Dylan Mathias in motion. Newman back to pass, looking his way, will throw the comeback route, and it's broken up, and no! Great play there by Adarius Pickett breaking up that pass. Dylan Mathias had a chance on the rebound, I guess you can call it, but the ball was knocked away again by Pickett for a second time, and that's how first down will happen for the Tigers.
Yeah, Darren Newman was lucky that ball wasn't intercepted. Darius Pickett had a line on the ball and had a direct line to the end zone. Unfortunately for him, the play was broken up.
Yeah, Pickett read the ball very well coming out of Newman's hand. Newman on 2nd and 5 in shotgun formation, hands off. No, fakes the handoff to Kyle Lewis. Will throw to his right. There's Mathias with the catch in the flat, picks up about 4 yards after the catch and run. That'll bring up a 3rd and about 1. He's right at the first down marker, but just short of it. They're going to measure here. The referees will measure for the first down. It's a very close play, but a nice little play there. Trying to pick up the first down of the game for the Tigers. You really got to think that's all they really wanted with that play. The little toss to the flat for Dylan Mathias. And they do call it a first down. So here comes first down for the Tigers. Aaron Maher is the wide receiver set out to the far left, the near side. Darren Newman in shotgun formation. There's Mathias in motion to the right. And offsides once again against the Gauchos. That is Jalen Harvey getting a little too anxious on the defensive side of the ball, looking to make another play.
Yeah, Darren Newman doing a good job with the hard count. He's really got him to jump 3 times. Well, only once was it called against his offense. But the Gauchos are getting a little too excited. They need to watch the ball because they know that Newman's looking to get free 5 yards anytime he can with that hard count.
Yeah, it seems like the Gauchos are trying to time the snap, but like you said, Newman's doing a good job of throwing them off. So here comes a 1st and 5 once again for the Tigers. Shotgun snap for Newman. He drops it back. It's a screen pass to the right side. He's got Kyle Lewis. Gets a block around the corner, picks up the first down for the Tigers before he's wrestled out of bounds. But this is starting to become a nice little offensive drive for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a nice little design play, getting the ball out to Kyle Lewis, another one of the captains for the Annalee Tigers, getting him in space, picked up a good block from his offensive tackle, and picked up another first down for the Tigers.
Tigers running some sort of a muddle huddle right now, trying to work quickly here against this Gaucho defense. Motion coming from the right side. Darren Newman will bobble the shotgun snap, which goes over his head. Luckily, he's able to fall back on top of it. That could have ended disastrously for the Tigers. That snap went right over his head. Luckily, he was able to turn around and fall on the ball, but a loss of about 9 yards on the play.
Yeah, that was the center, Jake Chidester, who snapped it over the quarterback's head, and luckily for Annalee, Newman was able to jump on top of it, but they did lose 9.
Here comes 2nd and 19. Newman in shotgun formation once again. He's got twins wide receivers to each side. Fakes the handoff. He's looking deep. He has some time, rolls to his left, and throws the ball short and out of bounds, just getting rid of the ball.
Got a late flag on the play. I don't know if they called a late hit on Derek Calhoun, but it was certainly an unnecessary thing he needed to do. He was outside of the pocket, so it can't be intentional grounding. But, yeah, I think they might nail Calhoun for a personal foul here, which is really disappointing because they had a 3rd and 19 upcoming.
Yeah, Newman didn't go down, but he was shoved far out of bounds by Derek Calhoun.
Let's see if that's the call here. The referees are huddling.
It is a roughing the passer call against, no, excuse me, it's intentional grounding against Darren Newman.
We got offsetting penalties, and they'll just move on to a 3rd down and long here, unless they're going to replay the down, and it'll still be 2nd down. Apparently they called roughing the passer and intentional grounding on that play, and then now penalties offsetted.
Right, right. I'm not sure where the intentional grounding would come from. He was well outside of the pocket when he threw the ball, and it did look like it got past the line of scrimmage, so that shouldn't have been an intentional grounding call, but they do offset. That'll bring up 2nd and 19. They'll replay the down. 1:14 left here in the first quarter, 7-0 in favor of the Gauchos. Newman in shotgun. Takes the snap. Looks back, looking to his left, looks to his right, now looks to his left, telling receivers to go deep, backs up, and with Calhoun in his face again, dumps the ball off to nobody, and the referee throws another flag. We could be seeing another instance of intentional grounding here against Darren Newman. That is indeed the call.
Yeah, you got to know, I mean, he just got nailed for it. I mean, for intentional grounding, even though he was outside of the pocket, the referee made the call, and maybe we have the rules mixed up, but regardless, you just got called for it. You have to know they're going to call it again, whether you're outside of the pocket or not. That results in another 10-yard loss and a loss of down for the Tigers.
Yeah, and brings up 3rd and quite a distance to go now, 25, I believe. No, they're going to back them up even more. 3rd and 29. Here comes the shotgun snap for Darren Newman. He will just simply hand off to Kyle Lewis, who finds a hole over the right side, getting away from some tacklers, able to pick up some yardage to make this punt a little bit easier for the Tigers. But a bad drive there for Annalee, just nothing going their way. Darren Newman going back, looks like he's going for broke. Goes back there just looking deep, nobody's open, so he throws the ball off to his left. Intentional grounding called twice, one play right after the other on that drive. 40 seconds and ticking here in the first quarter. The Tigers back to punt. Aaron Maher. His punt is high in the sky, and it will drop in his own territory, bounces and goes out of bounds near midfield, right at midfield. And that's where the Gauchos will start once again, at midfield, and it's the same story over and over again. Great field position for El Cerrito, terrible field position for the Tigers.
Yeah, the Gauchos got to feel that they really need to take advantage of this good field position. This is their 4th possession, and they've been able to move the ball, especially on that first touchdown drive. But the way that Annalee's playing offense and the way their defense is dominating, they only have a 7-0 lead right now, and they should probably be up by a lot more. So let's see if they can add some more points in this possession.
Here comes Keelan Benjamin once again in shotgun formation from the 50-yard line. The Gauchos will take over. Keelan Benjamin back to pass, looking into the right flat, fakes to the right flat, throws a screen up the middle. That is Jalen Harvey once again, another catch. Still not down, goes out of bounds near the 26-yard line. A 24-yard gain for the Gauchos on first down.
Yeah, beautiful play call, too. They were faking the running back screen, drew the defense in, and just hit Harvey over the middle for a short bubble screen, and he picked up 24 yards, not wanting to go down, stepping out of bounds. First down, Gauchos.
10 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. 7-0 lead for the Gauchos already. Jalen Harvey having quite a game here in the first quarter. The snap, the toss to the right. That's Austin Harper on the carry. Gets around the corner and gets blasted. Aaron Maher came up hard and hit. He hit the running back. Excuse me, that's Jonah Lodes-Lockton. And he is in pain. He got hit hard and may have had the wind knocked out of him. He's going over to the sideline in a little bit of pain there. A big hit from Aaron Maher.
Yeah, Aaron Maher, the two-way player, wide receiver, free safety, came up from his free safety spot and just leveled Harper for the El Cerrito Gauchos. Let's hope he just got the wind knocked out of him. And it was a gain of about 3, but beautiful hit there from Maher.
Yeah, you're right. That was, Austin Harper on the carry who took the hit from Maher. And that is the end of the first quarter with a 7-0 lead. El Cerrito driving again, looking to extend their lead going into the second quarter. Right now, the story of the game has been the El Cerrito defense, or can you say the lack of offense from the Annalee Tigers?
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. And Sonny, certainly it's very difficult to say exactly what's going on with the Annalee offense right now. They've had tough field position, but the Gauchos are not giving them any room to breathe. The quarterback seems to be running for his life pretty much on every snap, and they've only picked up 1 first down, and the penalties certainly have not helped Darren Newman's cause at all for the Annalee offense. Gauchos driving again, looking to build upon their 7-0 lead as we start the second quarter.
Yeah, with an offense that puts up a minimum of 35 points per game, they really don't look like that tonight, the Tigers. I think they really just count on being able to step back and throw the ball up into the air.
Yeah, they average 50 points a game, 49 points, and they've got shut out in the first quarter.
And so here comes El Cerrito. 2nd and 7, they hand off to Kobe Einstein. Gets the carry to the left side. He's tackled by big number 75 on the play, Okalani Ajayi for the Tigers. After a gain of about 3 on the play, that will be 3rd and 5 here for the Gauchos.
A 3-yard gain on the play.
So we saw Kobe Einstein with his first carry of the game after we saw, that was Marcellus Pippins with a carry after we saw Austin Harper go down after the big hit from Aaron Maher. Austin Harper back in the backfield now. Keelan Benjamin looks left, throws left, finds his receiver. That's Adarius Pickett, makes a move, gets to the outside, and he'll find the end zone. Touchdown, Gauchos. An amazing individual effort by Adarius Pickett after making that catch to find his way to the end zone.
Yeah, you said it, Sonny. Darius Pickett took the ball at about the 10-yard line, made a couple men miss, and just beelined it to the outside. Able to walk into the end zone once he made it out the outside and cut the corner. Gauchos take advantage on another good field position to start out their first possession, and they're up to a 14-0 lead with the extra point pending.
And that's the kind of damage that you can do when you have the amount of speed that the Gauchos have on their offense. And now they're having trouble with their kickoff team. They can't seem to get the right personnel out there, and Keelan Benjamin screaming for his teammates to get in place. Here comes the extra point attempt. The hold is down, and the kick is blocked. And it's no good. That will keep the game at 13-0. Gauchos shutting out the Tigers right now, but the Tigers able to make a big play there on special teams, blocking the extra point attempt.
Yeah, I think the confusion of the PAT team for the Gauchos sort of got them off balance. Weren't able to pick up the block coming from the right side. I didn't get the name or the number of the guy who got a hand on it. But hey, that's a nice play for the Annalee Tigers, holding them to only 6 points on that drive. Now you're only down 13-0, where 2 scores will get you the lead, and that might get them a little bit of momentum and hopefully get their offense back on track with hopefully a good return coming and getting the ball past the 20. They've been buried in their own end this entire game.
Yeah, finally an opportunity to try and move the ball out past the 25-yard line, which they haven't done in this game yet, or started with field position past the 25-yard line, I should say. 11:09 left here in the second quarter. Plenty of time for them to find their way back into this game. Only down 13-0, and that has been a problem for the Gauchos. The extra point. They missed 2 extra points in their quarterfinals game last week in their 19-7 win, and if they let a team like the Tigers hang around with them and they keep on missing extra points like that, it could come back to bite them. Back to receive for the Tigers, Aaron Maher on the near side of the field. They don't want to kick the ball to him, and they will absolutely not do that. Instead, it will be a short kick fielded at about the 20-yard line by Skittles, who finds a hole over the left side, able to pick and poke his way to the 36-yard line, and that's where the Tigers will start with their best starting field position of the night.
Yeah, they got the block on the PAT, and they got a nice return from Generic James, the sophomore, and they got it all the way out to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for Annalee. Let's hope their offense can get things rolling.
Yeah, you got to think they change up their style a little bit here. They've really had this drop back and throw it deep mentality. Haven't tried running the ball too much with Kyle Lewis yet, although they've tried a couple times and had a little success. Here comes 1st and 10. Now defensive problems for the Gauchos, trying to get players off the field in time. It looks like they had to call a timeout to prevent the penalty, and that's, in fact, what they did. Gauchos called timeout with some defensive confusion.
Yeah, I think they've lost a couple of guys due to injury, and now they've got some confusion. That's the 2nd straight play that they didn't have enough men on the field, forcing the timeout from head coach Kenny Kahn.
Yeah, David Haynes was on the field, then he was running off the field, and I think that left them short one man on the field, so they had to call timeout to prevent the play from being run, and that could have ended badly for the Gauchos. Luckily, they were able to get the timeout in time. 11:03 left here in the first half. A 13-0 score in favor of the El Cerrito Gauchos. Once again, this is the Division III NCS semifinal game. Both teams coming into tonight's game with records of 12-0. So after the emergency timeout called by Coach Kenny Kahn of the Gauchos, it is 1st and 10 for the Annalee Tigers at the 35-yard line. Newman under center. Hands off to Kyle Lewis, going straight up the middle, gets tripped up at the line of scrimmage and falls forward for about a gain of 2.5, maybe 3 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 7. And that's something we haven't seen a whole lot of in this game, is the handoff to Kyle Lewis. He's had a little bit of success running the ball. I don't know why they try it more often, but they've really just kind of reared back and tried throwing the ball deep, and it hasn't worked out for them yet. 2nd and 7 for the Tigers. Newman once again under center. Hands off to Kyle Lewis once again. Lewis hit at the line of scrimmage after a gain of maybe 1 on the play.
Another good job by the Gauchos defense. A little bit surprising me that they've run the ball twice to start out this drive, but it certainly isn't surprising El Cerrito. They've been gang tackling really well in this drive, in this first 2 yards, setting up a 3rd and 6.
Yeah, it's one thing the Gauchos do very well. Besides coverage and staying in their zones correctly, they're a very disciplined team. They tackle very well. Once they have their arms around you, you're not getting away. Here comes the big 3rd and 6 for the Tigers. Newman now in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, looks to his left. Throwing for, that's Dylan Mathias on the catch on the slot out route, which picks up the 1st down for the Tigers, putting the ball near midfield. And they needed that one, Todd.
Yeah, Mathias definitely looked that one in all the way to his hand. Didn't start to run until he knew he was secured the catch. But a big 1st down for the Annalee Tigers as they move across the midfield.
And now the Tigers moving quickly in offense here, already at the line, ready to run their next play. Shotgun formation. They hand it off to Kyle Lewis. He finds a seam up the middle and picks up 5 yards on the carry. And now the Tigers have got something going here.
No, they do. You can tell they've got a good tempo going on their offense. We didn't see any of that in the first quarter, but they got to put together a good 1st down there. And they got a nice run on 1st down, picking up 6. And you can tell just the spirit and the energy from the Annalee Tigers offense is a lot different this time around.
Yeah, now running the no-huddle offense. Trips to the right side. Newman in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, looking to his right. He's going to throw it up for his receiver. That's Aaron Maher with his 1st catch of the game. No, excuse me, that was not Maher. That was, once again, Dylan Mathias with another catch on this drive. Picks up about 2 yards, brings up 3rd and 3 for the Tigers.
A gain of 2 moves the ball up to the Gauchos.
Tigers stay in their no-huddle offense right here. Shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side for Darren Newman. Hard count at the line. Gaucho's not going for it this time. Newman checks to the sideline to change the play. Looking for his head coach. Changes the play at the line of scrimmage now. Takes the snap, looking left, looking for Kyle Lewis in the flat. He'll catch the ball and works his way up for the first down. Another great individual effort there by Kyle Lewis, making sure he was going to get that first down after the pass didn't look like he was going to make it.
Yeah, and it's going to be close there. Initially, it looked like he had the first down, but they might want to measure and take a look at this. Nice job by Lewis and able to pick up enough yardage. Initially, it looked like for the first down, but we may have to take a closer look at this one to make sure that they got it. But again, nice job by Lewis. When it looked like he could have been stopped for a loss, he was able to break a tackle and get close to the sticks.
Yeah, great speed to get to the sideline there and at least make it close for this first down attempt, and they will measure for the first down. The spot looked like it was a little bit short of the sticks. And no, they will call it a first down. A little bit closer than it looked, although that play was on the far end of the field for us. We didn't get a real great look at it, but it is indeed first down. Annalee Tigers, 8:24 left here in the second quarter. The Tigers trying to drive, trying to get on the board, down 13-0 right now. And they will huddle up for this next play. First and 10 from the 39-yard line in plus territory. Gauchos making some defensive changes right here before the snap of the ball. Tigers come out once again in a shotgun formation, 2 receivers to each side. We've got Generic James, a.k.a. Skittles, just to the right of Darren Newman. Motion from Matthias, left to right. Newman looks to his left. They're setting up the screen. Nothing there. He'll throw to his right. Nobody there. It doesn't look like there's any flags on the field just yet, but it didn't look like there was a receiver in the area for Darren Newman.
Yeah, I think Newman may have gotten away with one there. There was nobody open. The Gauchos did a good job of bottling up the screen. He was just trying to get rid of the ball, but apparently got it close enough to his receiver, Dylan Matthias, to not draw the flag. That'll set up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it looked like the Gauchos sniffed out that screen pass pretty easily, still forcing Darren Newman to roll to the right. Nobody was there, and he ended up just throwing it to nobody. 2nd and 10 now. Newman back to pass, looking left, going deep for his receiver who stumbles, and no play. Both players going for the ball stumbling, although Jalen Harvey feels like he was interfered with getting to that ball. The ball falls harmlessly to the floor, bringing up 3rd and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, a lot of contact along the left sideline. Harvey and I didn't get the number of the receiver down the left sideline, but Harvey seemed to cut off his route. Could have been flagged for that, but then the offensive player pushed off as the ball was coming down, so probably a good no call by the official setting up a 3rd down.
Yeah, it looks like as the receiver started to stumble down the left sideline, he caught a piece of Jalen Harvey, and no flag on the play. 3rd and 10 for the Tigers. Darren Newman hands off to Skittles. He's got a big hole up the middle. He's still going to the right side, past a couple of defenders, and it takes 2 defenders to bring him down inside the 5-yard line. That's the little man, Generic James, a.k.a. Skittles, with a big first down run for the Tigers.
Yeah, nice job by James, and a great play call on 3rd and 10. The Gauchos were definitely thinking pass, and they hit him with the screen to little James, the sophomore, who could blast up the middle, smoking El Cerrito Gauchos defenders all the way down to inside the 5-yard line. First down, Tigers.
Yeah, that was a halfback draw for the Tigers, which works out in a big game for Generic James. And it looks like timeout called here by the Gauchos. That's their 2nd of the half. 7:41 remaining here in the first half, and the Tigers looking to get on the board for the first time tonight.
PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night high school action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school playoff and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com, high school sports lives here.
Now, Todd, something we've seen from both of these teams, or at least from the Tigers, is that they've been able to come back. They had to do it in their game last week against the Cambalindo Cougars. They had to come back several times as that game was a shootout, ending with a final score of 38-34. Right now, they're down 13-0. Haven't gotten on the board yet here in the second quarter. 7:41 remaining. now inside the 5-yard line. It's imperative for them that they get on the board here. What do you see them working towards? How do they get in the end zone on this drive?
Well, I'd probably keep it on the ground, but, if you're the Annalee Tigers, you got to be patient. It's a long game. It's still middle of the second quarter. They're not panicking. They know their offense can come back from pretty much any deficit.
So they come out with 3 players lined up in the backfield. They hand it off to Kyle Lewis. Stutter steps at the line of scrimmage, which costs him. He goes down for no gain on the play at the 5-yard line. Really nowhere for him to go on the play.
No, there wasn't, and he sort of sidestepped himself, stopped his forward motion, and a good job by the Gauchos defense wrapping up, gang tackling, and it's going to set up second down after the no gain.
Yeah, the run has got them here so far. There's no reason to turn away from it. But at the goal line, it can be a lot harder to run the ball in against this Gaucho defense than it was from 30 yards out. So with second and goal from the 5-yard line, Darren Newman in shotgun formation. Now he's got receivers to each side of him. Kyle Lewis to his right in the backfield. He'll drop back to pass. Looks to his right, looking for Kyle Lewis. He's got pressure. Throws the ball as he goes down, and the ball falls incomplete. Nice play there by Darren Newman to get rid of the ball before going down on the sack.
Yeah, Derek Calhoun did a really good job of staying on Newman's back. And he got to him right as he released the ball. Dangerous play for Annalee near the goal line. You don't want to turn the ball over here. Luckily, the ball fell incomplete, giving them another shot here on third down.
Yeah, if you're Darren Newman, you do not want to see Derek Calhoun coming at you again. He's been after him all night long. 6:55 remaining here in the second quarter. Here comes third and goal for the Tigers. Shotgun formation for Newman. He'll take the snap looking left. He throws it up in the corner, and it is knocked down by Jalen Harvey. Not a great pass there from Darren Newman. Just kind of threw it up, hoping for the best, and falls incomplete. Luckily for him, as Jalen Harvey should have picked that one off.
Yeah, really, he probably had a better shot at it than a receiver did. Harvey was looking for that ball. It was airmailed by Newman, just kind of threw it up there, hoping his receiver would go up and get it, but I didn't think he was going to have any shot at that one. Luckily, for the second straight play, they didn't turn the ball over. Interesting decision here by Annalee, down 13-0. Looks like they're going to line up here for a field goal, try to get some points on the board. Their left-footed kicker, is that their quarterback Newman, who's also their kicker?
Yeah, I guess that is Darren Newman. It's strange. He's left-footed but right-handed. Here comes the short field goal attempt from Darren Newman. It is up, and it is wide left. No good. He missed it. And the Tigers come away with nothing on what looked like a very promising drive.
Oh, yeah, they took the ball all the way down the field. Generic James had the big run, getting him down to the 5-yard line, but once they got to the 5, the Gauchos defense stiffened up, forcing the fourth down field goal attempt, which was pushed wide left by Darren Newman, the quarterback/kicker. Gauchos take over, still with the shutout here in the second quarter.
Yeah, it looked like Darren Newman tried to make up for the fact that he was on the far right hash on the play, so he tried to push the ball to the left and ended up pushing it just a little bit too far. And the Tigers come away with nothing on the drive. Let's see if the Gauchos can take advantage. Now with the ball at their own 20-yard line, 6:46 remaining before halftime. Gauchos already with a 13-0 lead. Keelan Benjamin under center will fake the handoff, throw downfield for Jalen Harvey, and he has to play defense. He has to knock that ball away because there are 2 Tiger defenders there ready to intercept the ball, and that really was a great defensive play by Jalen Harvey on the play.
Yeah, it really was. Harvey wasn't sure if he was playing defense still because he had to knock that one away from Aaron Mayer, was coming across at the free safety position, had a really nice beat on the ball. Can you explain something to me, Sonny? Why are they lined up on the 20-yard line here? He kicked the field goal from the 12.
Yeah, I can't explain it myself.
I think that's a missed spot there, giving El Cerrito 8 free yards there.
I'm surprised I'm not seeing the Tigers sideline go up in arms about that, but a play has already been run. I don't think there's much that can be done about it. Here comes 2nd and 10 for the Gauchos from the 20-yard line. Keelan Benjamin under center. He's got an I formation behind him. He will toss to his right side. That's Austin Harper on the carry, finds the edge, picks up about 6 yards for the Gauchos. Gets out of bounds. 6:35 remaining here before halftime. Maybe picked up a little bit more than 6 yards. Maybe a pickup of 8 on the play. No. They will set the ball at the 26-yard line. A gain of 6 for Austin Harper on the toss to the right side. 3rd and 4. This is a big defensive play here for the Annalee Tigers. If they want to get anything on the board anytime soon, they need to make a defensive stop here and get their offense back on the field. Keelan Benjamin takes a shotgun snap, looks back, It's pressure to the right side. Pressure back up towards the line of scrimmage now. Throws the ball up. He's got a receiver. And he's got room down the sideline. He's finally tackled at about the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Not quite sure who that was working downfield for his quarterback.
I think that's Keith Benjamin. Keelan hits the Benjamin to Benjamin connection. Keelan keeping the play alive. Unbelievable job of keeping the play alive against really tough pressure from the Annalee Tigers. And as you mentioned, the Tigers defense really could have used a third down stop there, but Benjamin able to take the catch from Keelan. Keith takes it all the way down to the 40-yard line of the Tigers, and they're knocking on the door again, already trying to build on a 13-0 lead, Sonny.
Yeah, Keith comes off to the sideline holding his left forearm in pain. He's shaking it now. Not quite sure what could have happened on that play, but he did go down at the 40-yard line. A big pickup, getting open for his quarterback, a.k.a. brother, and picking up the big first down for the Gauchos. Now 1st and 10 from the Tiger 40-yard line. 6:23 remaining here before halftime. Keelan Benjamin hands off. David Haynes, I believe, on the carry. Oh, no, excuse me. That was Darius Pickett on the carry. No gain on the play. Hits the line of scrimmage and falls down. 2nd and 10 coming up. No, they're going to say gain of 1. 2nd and 9 for the Gauchos.
Zavi Janela in there making the stop for the Annalee Tigers. First time we've seen 34 make a tackle in this game. He's their leading tackler and leading sack getter, but Zavi finally getting on board with a tackle here, it looked like.
From the 39.
Yeah, and it looks seems a little bit like the Gauchos have come out in the clock grinding mode here. They've run the ball more than we've seen so far in this game. Although now back in shotgun formation, Keelan Benjamin will throw short to his right side. That's Jalen Harvey, makes the catch, makes a move, gets by the first guy, picks up 8 yards on the play. But a great move to evade the first tackler and pick up positive yardage.
Yeah, Harvey's a dangerous man when he has the ball in his hands. He's looking to make a play. Once he gets it, they haven't been throwing it deep to him. They basically just give it to him in space and hope he makes guys miss, and he's certainly doing that. Good job by Harvey.
He is one of those guys, you just kind of put the ball in his hands and let him do with it what he will. That'll bring up 3rd and 2 for the Gauchos now.
Yeah, Harvey's a plus athlete.
For the Gauchos.
Harvey lines up as a tight end to the left side. Fumbled snap, falled on by Keelan Benjamin. Looks like he got a little bit ahead of himself there and fumbled the snap. Luckily able to fall back on top of it. Loss of 2 on the play. 4th and about 4 now for the Gauchos.
Yeah, another problem with the center quarterback exchange there, forcing the loss by Benjamin on 2nd and short. Now you're looking at 3rd and 4.
And that could still be a result of number 52, William Dreyer, being out of this game right now, the usual center for the Gauchos. Here comes 4th and 3 for the Gauchos. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation. 2 receivers to his left, 2 receivers to his right. He's going to look to his left. Now he rolls right, stands up, throws the ball deep for Jalen, and it's intercepted. Intercepted at about the 10-yard line. Evading tacklers is number 19, Casper Gaviria.
I think that might be 15, Freeman, and I could be mistaken.
You're right, that is 15.
Yeah, the captain, the senior captain, Maurice Freeman, goes up against Jalen Harvey and just outleaps him. A big play there by the Annalee defense, getting the stop they so desperately needed, trying to get their offense in gear. They couldn't allow another score to the Gauchos, getting the big interception and taking over and giving it back to their offense, down 13-0.
Yeah, Maurice Freeman at safety. I don't think Keelan Benjamin ever saw him. He kind of drifted into Jalen Harvey's space to pick that one off, and I don't think Harvey ever saw him coming either. So that's a big play for the Annalee defense. Darren Newman at shotgun throws the ball on a bubble screen to his left side, trying to get the ball into the hands of their playmaker, Aaron Maher, and that goes nowhere as that play is shut down short of the line of scrimmage. Loss of 3 on the play, and that's a bad start to this drive for the for the Tigers with 4:20 left before halftime.
Yeah, Gaucho's doing a good job keying on the Annalee Tigers' best receiver, Aaron Maher. He had absolutely nowhere to go. Gang tackle by the Gauchos.
So 2nd and 13 now for the Tigers. Shotgun formation for Darren Newman. Takes a snap, looking to his right side. Now going deep. And the catch dropped. The ball is dropped by Kerr Johnson Jr. He had the ball at about the 35, 36-yard line and just couldn't look it in all the way.
Yeah, Kurt Johnson had a step on his cornerback. You could see that play develop. The ball was coming right towards us, Sonny. And number one, Kurt Johnson, his first opportunity to make a big play and just unable to unable to haul it in. Had both hands on the ball, but just flat out dropped it.
So now the Tigers facing a 3rd and long. This is about a 3rd and 13 from their own 10-yard line.
Big play here for the Annalee Tigers. You get the turnover you finally need, and they really need to pick up a first down here.
Darren Newman in shotgun position. Takes the snap. Has to come up into the pocket, evading tacklers the entire time, and is finally taken down. A big sack by the Gauchos.
Johnny Tolliver, the junior, 275 pounds, and certainly looked like he was running like a 200-pounder, Sonny, running down the quarterback, Darren Newman, and forcing a 4th down punt opportunity for the Tigers. Great job by the El Cerrito Gauchos defense, led by Johnny Tolliver.
Absolutely. I think for a second there, Newman thought he was going to get away from the pressure, but he was caught from behind by Tolliver on the play. A great defensive play and a great defensive stand there. No gain on the play. That'll bring up 4th and 13 for the Tigers. They will punt the ball away, and it looks like another penalty on the field.
Flag on the play.
There's a flag down.
Yeah, it looked like Quentin Anderson for El Cerrito, just trying to time the snap count, get in there and possibly make a block punt, which would have been a huge play. Obviously deep in their own end, Annalee trying to get the punt off, but definitely got out a little too early, giving the Annalee Tigers a free 5 yards before they punt.
Either way, the Tigers, the Gauchos should end up with great field position here. Marcellus Pippins back to return. He won't get a chance. The ball will bounce at the 47 and fall at the 50-yard line. And with 2:56 remaining here in this first half, the Gauchos already up 13-0 will take over at midfield.
It's down at the 50-yard line.
Once again, the Gauchos start out a drive on the 50 or close to the 50. They've had great field position all night, already nursing a 13-0 lead, trying to get more here with just under 3 minutes left to go here in the half.
Yeah, and the Keelan Benjamin and the rest of the Gaucho offense is going to try to figure out how they can put some more points up here before halftime and start to put this game out of reach. Still only a 2-score game the way it is now. False start there by the Gauchos, and Keelan Benjamin is very upset at his offensive line about that one. Specifically at his center. Again, that's the sit-in center.
Yeah, Jesse Wilson, backup center in there. He's a big kid, but not getting time at center. You mentioned earlier, Sonny, how important it is to have a center working well with your quarterback, and that's the 3rd time he's made a mistake. He was the only one who didn't know the snap count. 5 yards against the Gauchos.
So let's see if that has a bigger impact in the second half of this game. Jesse Wilson in at center for the Gauchos. The snap is a bad one. Keelan Benjamin handles it and ends up gaining 9 yards on the carry. I don't know if that was a intended sneak or if he just took the ball and figured he had nothing else to do with it and ran 9 yards.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to set up the option, but he saw a hole going back towards the middle of the line of scrimmage, and he just took it.
2nd and 1. He takes the snap, looking to his right side, finds his receiver near the sideline. That was Keith Benjamin, his brother, with the catch on the right sideline. And a first down for the Gauchos. Now 2:25 here in the first half remaining.
Up to the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, El Cerrito.
El Cerrito with the ball at the Annalee 35-yard line now. 2:25 remaining before halftime. Looking to put some more points on the board and start to put this game out of reach. It is still only 13-0 in favor of El Cerrito. They hand off to Marcellus Pippins, finds a big hole up the middle, gains about 7 or 8 yards on the carry.
You can tell that the Annalee defense, after chasing around Keelan Benjamin and company for most of this first half, they're a little bit wore out, trying to just desperately get to halftime, only trailing by 13 points. Their defense is going to have to step up. Might be a time for a timeout, get their defense a little bit of rest.
Yeah, now under 2 minutes here in the first half remaining. Keelan Benjamin back to pass, looks deep for his receiver. Pickett makes the catch at the sideline for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. First down for the Gauchos.
Yeah, that was Dylan Mathias making a nice tackle. Not sure if he was able to
kick up enough for first down? Yes, he did. The referee signals for first down. Clock is stopped with under 2 minutes to go here. Gauchos on the doorstep once again.
So the clock will now wind after the first down is set. First down and 10 for the Gauchos. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation. Takes a snap, looks to his right side, throws it for Jalen Harper, makes the catch, coming back to the ball, and tries to make a move, but slips and falls after a gain of about 7 yards on the play. Tried to make one too many moves right there.
Yeah, they're giving Harvey quite a bit of cushion over there this entire game. Harvey's just turning around, making the catch, and picking up 8-9 yards. That's not a guy you want to give a tremendous amount of space to. I'm not sure what the defensive philosophy is they're giving, and they're playing way off the line of scrimmage are the cornerbacks for the Annalee Tigers.
You're right, that's Jalen Harvey with the reception there. And the snap is fumbled by Keelan Benjamin, able to get back to the ball and throw it to the sideline, and it's caught by James Rice. That was a broken play that I don't know how Keelan Benjamin turned it into a positive, or I should say negative. They lost yardage on the play. Loss of about 5 brings up 3rd and 9 for the Gauchos, but could have been a lot worse.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, good job by Benjamin making something out of that play. Not able to probably be better off getting an interception or incompletion on the play, but they have forced to use a timeout because Rice made the catch, and a loss of about 7, setting up a 3rd and long.
Yeah, 54 seconds remaining here in the first half. A 13-0 lead for the Gauchos. They're trying to get on the board again and make this a 3-score game. But lucky that last play didn't end up in a turnover.
Yeah, more problems between the center and quarterback exchanges, Sonny.
Yeah, again, it looks like Keelan Benjamin wasn't exactly ready for that snap. It kind of flew by his face, got a hand on it, slowed it down a little bit. Took a lucky bounce. He was able to pick it up and make the throw, unfortunately for a loss for the El Cerrito Gauchos. But nonetheless, it wasn't a turnover, and I really think that's what Coach Kenny Kahn is happy about right now. So with 54 seconds remaining before halftime, Keelan Benjamin and the Gauchos come out on a 3rd and 9 from the 19-yard line of the Annalee Tigers. Benjamin takes a snap, looks left, pumps, throws, and the ball leaves our
That's a catch. Great catch by James Rice along the sidelines, able to make the catch, keep 2 feet in bounds as he falls out of bounds, and that will stop the clock, but he did pick up a first down on 3rd and 9, Sonny.
And his second catch in a row, this one for positive yardage. First and goal for the Gauchos. The clock will now roll, 45 seconds and still ticking. Keelan Benjamin takes a shotgun snap, looks to his right, throws it up for his receiver in the corner of the end zone.
Harvey.
Jalen Harvey comes down with the ball. Touchdown, Gauchos.
El Cerrito!
And Jalen Harvey just had to go up and take that ball right out of the air. And with his size, his athleticism, wasn't a big problem.
No, that was a great call, too, by the head coach, Kenny Kahn, and Keelan Benjamin, just letting your best athlete, Jalen Harvey, go up and make a play. He basically just out-leaped the defender, had the ball all the way. You could see it coming. He just leaped up at the perfect moment, reached that ball out of the air, snatched it, and that's another touchdown for the Gauchos.
And now the Gauchos will go for 2 to try to make up for that missed or the blocked extra point earlier in this half. Keelan Benjamin looks to his right. He's going to find his receiver. The ball is dropped by Marcellus Pippins. Went right through his hands, although if he caught it, it would have been near the goal line, not exactly in the end zone. I don't know if he would have gotten in, but the 2-point attempt goes for none, and the Gauchos now have a 19-0 lead with 36 seconds remaining here in the first half.
I just gave Kenny Kahn credit for calling the play to get Harvey the touchdown. I got to disagree with the decision there to go for 2. I don't understand what the point of having 21 points. Take the easy extra point, give the point. There's no reason to go for 2 there, and because 2-point conversions are under 35% of the high school level in conversions, I really don't understand why you would go for 2 this early in the ball game, but that's the decision Kenny Kahn wanted to make. I guess he had a good play that he wanted to run, but I have a feeling that may come back to haunt Kenny Kahn, missing 2 extra points now, and Annalee High School with such a high-powered offense. I think let's just remember that, Sonny. Let's see what happens in the rest of this game in the second half.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd like to think that the Gauchos just want to put another point on the board and kind of hammer this stake a little bit deeper into the heart of the Tigers, but not able to do it there. The kickoff by the Gauchos is fielded at the 30-yard line, although it was a very close play. No Tigers in the area. It is actually recovered by the Gauchos.
Yeah.
They recover the kick at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it wasn't an onside kick or anything. It was just a little pooch kick. Big hit there by the kickoff team for El Cerrito, forcing the ball loose, and they were able to jump on it. They still have 34 seconds left in the first half. They might be able to add another touchdown before it's all said and done.
Yeah, it didn't really look like any of the Tigers really wanted to field that ball. They didn't jump on top of it, and I think they felt the Gauchos kickoff team coming down on them hard and fast, and somebody did take a big hit on that play, but that ball bounced around. It was recovered by the Gauchos, so now they will take over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Another opportunity to put up points on the board before the end of this first half. Already up 19-0. 34 seconds remaining here in the first half. Keelan Benjamin back in the shotgun formation, looks to his left. Now looks down the middle, looks back to his left again, finds his receiver, that's Pickett, who makes a catch in the flat, makes a move and gets out of bounds after a gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, great job there by Pickett, making the catch and putting a nice move on the defender and able to juke him right and go left and get out of bounds, stopping the clock.
Yeah, Darius Pickett with another catch in this game. 25 seconds remaining here in the first half now. That was a 6-yard gain for the Gauchos. Puts them at about the 24-yard line.
Moves the ball down to the Tigers.
Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation again. They have a lot of wide receivers all over the field now. Nobody in the backfield with Benjamin.
2nd and 3.
Clean snap, he takes it, looks to his right, throws to the flat for his brother, Keith Benjamin, who makes a couple moves and gets out of bounds after a gain of about 3. That should be good for the first down.
Yeah, the Gauchos are out of timeout, so very important that they get out of bounds. Nice job on back-to-back plays by the receivers and making moves and able to get out of bounds and stop this clock.
Yeah, Keith Benjamin was actually short of the first down by a yard. That brings up 3rd and 1. Now from the 24-yard line, 19 seconds remaining here in the first half. Gauchos already up 3 scores, now 19-0, looking to make it a 4-score game. Again, receivers all over the field for the Gauchos. Keelan Benjamin in the backfield by himself. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. It's another clean snap. Pumps to the left flat. Rolls to his right side. Throws the ball deep. And that is his receiver, David Haynes, on the play.
I think that's Keith again.
That was Keith Benjamin once again, making the catch at the sideline and falling out of bounds for another gain on the play. First down for the Gauchos, 12 seconds remaining now in the first half. And now they're just dumping the ball, short plays here and there towards the sidelines, making sure they're picking up yardage, at least trying to get within maybe field goal range to make this a 3-score game.
Yeah, they got to be careful here with only 12 seconds left and no timeouts. If they do hit the ball not in the end zone and not out of bounds, they might not have enough time to get that field goal team onto the field, so they better be careful here. They definitely want to pick up points after getting the turnover on the kickoff.
Yeah, excuse me, to make this a 4-score game. It already is a 3-score game. Now the Gauchos line up in an I formation as if they might run the ball. Keelan Benjamin under center. And flags are thrown. Delay of game against the Gauchos is the call from the referees. So that'll set them back 5 yards, and I don't think we'll see them come out in that I formation again. 12 seconds here remaining before the end of the first half. A 19-0 lead for the Gauchos.
Yeah, I think if you're head coach Kenny Kahn, you tell Keelan Benjamin and take the ball out of the shotgun, run around, try to make a play. If there's nothing there, just get rid of it, throw it out of bounds, and get your field goal team on the field in order to pick up points before halftime.
Yeah, if it's first down, you got a couple of shots, take them towards the end zone. Don't throw them in the field at this point unless you can get out of bounds. Keelan Benjamin under center will fake the handoff. He's going to look deep to the left. Now he'll roll left, throw to the end zone, and the play is broken up there. Aaron Maher on coverage. The ball intended for Derek Calhoun at the goal line. But Aaron Maher playing defense on him pretty well there, and not a perfectly thrown ball from Keelan Benjamin, but it was there.
Yeah, I think it was there too. Derek Calhoun's got to make that play. He took his eye off the ball, looking for a defender, got a little bit nervous that he was going to take a big hit and took his eye off the ball, but unable to corral it, forcing a possible field goal attempt there, but they could have had 7 there. Calhoun looked like he was open, and Keelan hit him pretty well.
Still 5 seconds remaining for the El Cerrito Gauchos. They will attempt a field goal. This will be a 30-yard attempt. Excuse me, a 31-yard attempt.
El Cerrito lining up for a
looks like Jalen Harvey is the kicker. He will come on the snap and the hold. The kick is up.
Nice kick.
And it is no good. He pushed it left.
Yeah, he had a good kick there. Saying, excuse me, he really got a nice kick on it, but he did push it left, as you mentioned.
Yeah, he got great leg on the ball, but he did just push it left, and that's how the first half will end. A score of 19-0. The El Cerrito Gauchos over the Annalee Tigers, and what we've seen in this game so far, for me, is the El Cerrito defense really putting the clamp down on the Annalee Tigers offense. A very powerful offense, held to 0 points here in the first half. It's still a chilly night here at De Anza High School in El Sobrante. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the halftime show in just a couple moments. You're watching Friday Night Football NCS Division III semifinals between the El Cerrito Gauchos and the Annalee Tigers here on PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back to Friday Night Football here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. I'm Sonny Wobright here with Todd Allen, and we're at halftime of this NCS Division III semifinal game between the El Cerrito Gauchos here at home and the visiting Annalee Tigers. Both teams coming into this game with records of 12-0, but at halftime, the Gauchos jump out to an early 19-0 lead. Thanks a lot in part to the play of their quarterback, Keelan Benjamin, who's had a very exciting first half here. But mostly, you gotta give it up for that defense. That El Cerrito defense has held Annalee to 0 points, and we talked a lot in this game about how potent the Annalee offense is. They haven't got anything to get going, Todd.
No, they haven't, Sonny, and it's going to be interesting to see what sort of halftime adjustments they come up with because they desperately need it. To be shut out in the most important game of the year in the first half, it was certainly a shock to me, and I think probably a shock to the Annalee players themselves. I know they're probably getting a good ripping by Coach Borden during halftime. Hopefully they'll come out with something extra in the second half and do some things, put some drives together. They couldn't have any drives where they put together more than 1 or 2 first downs, and they punted the ball 3 times, which you have never seen the Annalee Tigers do. So it'll be interesting to see how they end up, if they change things up in the second half or just go with what got them here, spreading the ball around, getting it to different receivers, and getting their playmakers the ball.
Yeah, the Tigers have been in the red zone 1 time tonight. It ended with a missed field goal by their quarterback/kicker/defensive back, Darren Newman. And that's how they have a 0 up on the board. On the other hand, you look at the El Cerrito Gauchos, Coach Kenny Kahn has to be very happy with the way his team performed in the first half.
Yeah, and they can't let up. They know this Annalee offense can explode at any time, but they've really controlled this game, and they're playing a lot harder. They're not making as many mistakes. They've had some problems with the center quarterback exchange once the first-string center went out, but they really put together a solid game plan, and they've executed it amazingly into shutting out the Annalee Tigers here in the first half.
That's right. Johnny Tolliver has stepped in at center. He is not the usual center for the El Cerrito Gauchos, and they've had a couple of problems getting the ball to Keelan Benjamin, and as well as a couple of penalties, just mental mistakes by Tolliver. But you can't pin it all on him, although if you wanted to, they're up 19-0, so give him all the credit. I don't think he'd complain about it. But in the second half, look for the Annalee offense to come out and try to do some different things, try to get their offense rolling a little bit. We saw them come out with the no-huddle offense a little bit. They had some success, but again, they're not able to get the ball in the hands of their playmaker, Aaron Maher. What do you see them doing differently offensively?
Well, I think they have to get it to Aaron Maher. He's their best playmaker, him and Dylan Mathias. They need to get the ball on the outside. You see how their defense, their Annalee, is playing off the receivers, and the Gauchos are giving them the same exact look, but they're not getting it out to Aaron Maher and Dylan Mathias as much as they want to. And I think they'll be doing that in the second half, and I'm telling you, this game is far from over, so make sure you stay tuned and watch the second half on the PlayOn Sports Network.
19-0 here at halftime. The Gauchos over the Tigers. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more Friday Night Football here on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com. Welcome back to PlayOnSports.com's coverage of Friday Night Football. It's the NCS Division III semifinals here between the El Cerrito Gauchos and the visiting Annalee Tigers. Here's the kickoff. The Tigers will receive to start the second half, already down 19-0. That's Generic James, a.k.a. Skittles, with the return, and that will set Annalee up at the 37-yard line to start off the second half.
Yeah, pretty good field position. Nice job by James getting the ball after it looked like nobody wanted it. They're trying to get it to little Skittles, as you call him, and he got a nice little return. Probably the second best field position Annalee's had. Very important in this drive to get a couple of first downs together and try to get on the scoreboard. Might set the tone for the rest of the half.
Yeah, Annalee's got to be careful on those kick returns. They've had issues twice now where the ball is just bouncing around, nobody recovering it, and El Cerrito has a chance to get it. But they do get the ball here to start the second half. Hard count there by Darren Newman, and it looks like they're going to call offsides here against the Gauchos. 1st and 5 for the Tigers now, starting from the 42-yard line, 43-yard line.
Interesting that they choose to use the hard count on first down like that, not saving it for maybe a 3rd and 3 or a 3rd and 4. But that's the third time, they've got El Cerrito to jump on the hard count.
Yeah, it's worked a couple times for Darren Newman and the Tigers tonight. Here's 1st and 5 now. Darren Newman takes the shotgun snap, throws short to the right side, and great defense there. Coming up from the secondary was once again, we've said his name a lot tonight, that was Jalen Harvey making a play on Aaron Maher on the ball, who couldn't quite get to it in time.
Yeah, Jalen Harvey's getting his name called a lot, and for good reason. Guy plays offense and defense to the highest degree for this El Cerrito Gauchos.
Yeah, and the way Aaron Maher looked like he was going to take a hit on that play, I wouldn't want to be on the other side of Jalen Harvey either. Here's the second down handoff to Kyle Lewis for a gain of 2 on the play. That'll set up 3rd and short, 3rd and about 2 for the Tigers from the 46-yard line, and they're just trying to work their way back into this game right now. They haven't got the offense to quite work the way they want it right now in the first half. Down 19-0. They haven't had very much success running the ball, and throwing the ball has not been a strong suit for them either in this game. Darren Newman on 3rd and short in shotgun formation. Takes a snap, looks short to the left side, drops the ball, and it is recovered by the Gauchos. He just went to throw the ball. It fell out of his hand, and it looks like the referees are going to call that a fumble. Recovered by the Gauchos.
Yeah, Darren Newman's not going to like it, but the referees made the right call on that one. It seemed to me that Darren Newman tried to pull the ball back at the last second, but it slipped out of his hand. He didn't have anybody open on the pattern and might have turned the ball over on an interception, but instead fumbles the ball on their first possession of the second half. And El Cerrito, once again, has excellent field position, trying to build upon their 19-0 lead.
Yeah, and that's got to hurt if you're the Tigers. You were trying to get on the board here early in the first half. You got a penalty to start off your drive. Nice start there, but then Newman fumbles the ball and gives it right back to Keelan Benjamin. And this Gaucho offense, he hands the ball off to Austin Harper, who finds his way down the far sideline and has a huge pickup for the Gauchos. And right as we were talking about Keelan Benjamin making all the plays for this offense, he hands the ball off to Austin Harper, who makes a huge play, getting the ball down inside the 10-yard line for the Gauchos.
Yeah, Austin Harper banged up early in the first half. We were actually asking whether or not he was going to play in the second half. He certainly showed no ill effects from any injuries. He takes the handoff all the way down to inside the 10-yard line for the Gauchos. First down.
And the ball is at the 10-yard line, so they will have an opportunity to get a first down. Right there, they hand the ball off to Derek Calhoun, who works his way around the right side for a gain of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, if you're Annalee, you're definitely demoralized from that turnover, but you have to step up and play some defense here. The season is on the line. You can't afford to give up another touchdown here to the Gauchos.
Yeah, if you go down 4 scores here to this Gaucho defense, which has really controlled the game, it might make it tough to come back. Here comes 2nd and goal for the Gauchos. The shotgun snap and the flags fly, and this play will not count. Called false start against the Gauchos. That'll set them back 5 yards at their own 11-yard line.
Look at number 7 over there. If you get a shot of James Rice sliding out wide left, they just brought in Jannard James, number 20, the man we've been calling Skittles, out to play cornerback. He's out on an island out there by himself. He's going to have about a 6 or 7 inch advantage. They might just toss it up to him. That's what James Rice is trying to get the attention of his coaches, and he does go out to line up on James. Let's see if they toss it up to him.
He has a definite height advantage over him.
Left side of your screen.
On the near side of the field, the motion goes to the right. That's
There it is. Oh, he didn't have
and
him.
no, they roll to the right side, throw the ball up into the end zone. It's caught by guess who? That's Jalen Harvey for the touchdown. Jalen Harvey with his second receiving touchdown of this game. Caught that one right on top of the goal line, and the Tigers find themselves in a huge hole now, down 25-0 pending the extra point with 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Great play by Keelan Benjamin, looking left, safety crept over that way. He had Harvey all alone by himself, goes up, out-leaps the defender and hauls it in with both hands and gets into the end zone. Nice play from Benjamin to Harvey as they continue to dominate this game, now leading 25-0, Sonny.
And the Gauchos will try for 2 once again. Here they come in the split eye formation. Keelan Benjamin will hand off to the up back. That's Derek Calhoun, gets in. No signal from the referees yet, and they say no. They say he did not get across the line.
10 minutes remaining.
And excuse me, that was not Derek Calhoun. That was Bryson Singleton on the carry.
The score, El Cerrito.
And he could not get across the goal line, but the damage is done. 25-0 now. The Gauchos lead the Tigers here in the third quarter.
Not the start you wanted if you're the Annalee Tigers. You know you had to change some things. You knew you were going to get the ball to start out the second half. You turn it over after only 3 plays. Gauchos capitalized, taking the ball 40 yards or 35 yards for the touchdown, building on their 19-0 cushion. Now they're up 25. As you mentioned, a 4-score game. Very difficult position for the Annalee Tigers, a position they're not used to being in.
Absolutely not. Once again, both of these teams undefeated coming into tonight's game this season. They have not lost a game, and the Gauchos really showing why it's been like that for them this year. Really controlling this Annalee team in every facet of the game. Special teams, offense, defense, it's all there for the Gauchos. The kickoff is fielded by Aaron Maher, his first chance tonight to do that. He has a nice return, getting up to about the 37-yard line before he goes down. And now you might think the Gauchos feel a little bit comfortable kicking that ball off, not giving up such great field position on every kickoff. Now with a 25-0 lead here in the third quarter. Aaron Maher, not really too many opportunities to make big plays with the ball tonight, although he is the big playmaker for the Tigers. We've only seen him catch the ball a couple of times in short field from Darren Newman. Now you see Maher lined up to the far side of the field at the far sideline. Newman in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Kyle Lewis, rolls to his left, looking for Maher, makes the catch at the 35-yard line, goes down at the 28, and there he is. Aaron Maher showing up big right when we said his name.
Yeah, they've been trying to get him the ball unsuccessfully throughout the entire game, but he ran a nice little skinny post there, beat the defender, and Newman didn't miss him. A laser pass 30 yards downfield. First down, Aaron Maher and the Annalee Tigers.
Yeah, one-on-one coverage. I think Newman liked his chances with Aaron Maher running that route deep down the field. So now down 25-0. The Tigers really trying to get something going here. Newman in shotgun formation once again will take the snap. Looking to his right side. He'll hold it. He'll just run up the field, and no gain on the play. Decided to hang on to the ball. Didn't see anything he liked as far as routes go, and instead of being tackled for a loss, maybe fumbling the ball, decides to just tuck it and pick up whatever he can, which was nothing on the play.
Yeah, Newman thought he saw a hole there, but the defense for the Gauchos swallowed him up quickly, preventing any sort of gain on first down.
That will bring up 2nd and 10. 9 minutes and 10 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter. The clock is rolling. Down 25-0. The Tigers trying to get on the board. Newman drops back. No, it's the delayed handoff to Kyle Lewis, who goes nowhere. Loss of 1 on the play.
Great job by the Gaucho defense. That was number 6, Quentin Anderson, not fooled by the delayed handoff there to the up back, and a short loss again, setting up a 3rd and long.
A loss of a yard on
Yeah,
the
the
play.
Tigers thinking maybe they can get away with a sneaky run there, but not the case. 3rd and 11 now for the Tigers. Newman drops back to pass, looking to his left. Now he has to roll to his right. He has a little bit of time. He has to get rid of the ball. Rolling further to his right. Throws the ball for Maher, who cannot hold it in. And that will bring up 4th and 11. And now there's a flag after the play on the far side of the field away from the ball. Looks like we might see a personal foul here. I couldn't quite see who it would be on. But I definitely saw a pile of players on the far side of the field, far away from the ball, and then the referee threw a flag. So it could be a late hit, maybe unsportsmanlike conduct. We won't know until the referee tells us exactly what he saw to throw the flag.
Regardless, a nice play by Adrius Pickett. Number 8 has been sticking Aaron Maher by glue this entire game. He had really nice coverage on that play. It looked like 6 was about to haul it in, but Pickett got his hand in there at the last second to knock it away. Would be 4th down upcoming. Let's see what they call.
Personal foul against the Gauchos is the call, and that will give
foul against El Cerrito.
the Tigers a 1st down, and that's a little bit of a heartbreaker if you're El Cerrito. You had them in a 3rd and long situation. They can't convert, and you give them the free 1st down deep into your own territory.
Oh, yeah, that's a huge call there. That would have been 4th and long with an opportunity for the El Cerrito Gauchos to take over on the next play. And now you're giving them a 15-yard 1st down, and they're inside the 20-yard line, it looks like. This game's far from over, Sonny. We still have 8:19 remaining in the 3rd quarter. That's a really tough call. I didn't see the penalty get thrown or the penalty that happened, but obviously the referee saw something enough to warrant a huge personal foul.
Yeah, it happened on the numbers on the far side of the field at the 30-yard line. Maybe a late hit, a low block, or something of that nature. I saw a pile of players getting up. I didn't really see anything unnecessary. But here comes the 1st down play for the Tigers. Throw to left side, and just miscommunication there between Newman and his receiver, Matthias. And it goes incomplete.
Newman's pass intended for
That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 16-yard line. Now the Tigers desperate to get on the board here, down 25-0 in the 3rd quarter. And if they're going to try to work themselves back into this game, now is the time. They can't come away from this possession empty-handed. Here comes 2nd and 10 for the Tigers from the 16-yard line. Newman in shotgun formation. Drops to pass, looks to the middle of the field, finds his receiver over the middle. That's Matthias, gets down to about the 2-yard line, and that will be another 1st down for the Tigers.
Nice job by the senior, number 8, Dylan Matthias, making the catch over the middle. Just found a little bit of space in the zone defense of the Gauchos, getting it all the way down to the right on the doorstep of the goal line for Annalee.
And this is the first time we've really seen the Tigers make any sort of great progress. This is by far the closest they've been to the goal line, and they hand it off to Skittles, who pummels his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! That is Generic James, a.k.a. Skittles, gets the Tigers on the board with 8:04 left here in the 3rd quarter, now 25-6, pending the extra point.
Nice job by Generic James, just following his big offensive lineman. They got really good push up front. James just followed him into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
And now here comes Darren Newman to try the extra point. Once again, he is the right-handed quarterback, left-footed kicker for the Tigers. Explain that to me, Todd.
That's a new one for me. Push the field goal, the only field goal attempt he had earlier left. Let's see if he can get the extra point here.
And it is good. And now we have a 25-7 game here in the 3rd quarter, 8 minutes and 4 seconds remaining. And the Tigers find themselves back in this game after a really tumultuous start here in the 2nd half. It couldn't have gone any worse for them. They started off with the ball in good field position. Their 1st or 2nd play of the drive, Darren Newman fumbles the ball on a very innocent-looking play. He didn't really seem to get hit by anybody. And yeah, I just made up a word. Yeah, I thought I was going to get away with that one. But I did just make up a word.
I like that word, though, tumultuous.
Not sure where I was going there. Either way, Tigers on the board finally, 25-7, 8:04 left here in the 3rd quarter.
certainly is a long way to go in this game, Sonny, as I just mentioned. You know, they were up 19-0 at halftime. It seemed like it could have been 48-0 the way they've been dominating this game. And they get their 6 points early after a turnover from Darren Newman for Annalee. Gauchos punch it up to go 25-0, but they miss the extra point, or they go for 2 and they come just short. Annalee takes the ball right down the field thanks to a third down and long personal foul call. And I'm telling you, this game is far from over, so stay tuned.
Yeah, the Gauchos can't let this get away from them. An onside kick attempt there, and it is fielded by the Gauchos. Derek Calhoun ends up with a ball, and that will set the Gauchos up with great field position.
Excellent attempt there, though, by the Annalee High School Tigers. Nice onside kick. Derek Calhoun made a tremendous play coming up with that ball, and now the Gauchos start out with excellent field position beyond the 50-yard line into the Tigers' territory.
Yeah, it looked like the Tigers had a shot at it. There was just one guy they forgot to hit, and that was Derek Calhoun, who ends up with the ball. And they're actually pretty lucky that the Gauchos that Derek Calhoun wasn't able to run away with that one towards the end zone. So 1st and 10 now for the Gauchos from the Tigers' 45-yard line. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, hands off to his running back. I believe that is Austin Harper back in the game.
Austin Harper on the carry for the Gauchos.
Austin Harper with a carry over the right side, picks up 9 yards on the play. That'll bring up second and very short, less than a yard.
Gauchos offense right back to work, pounding the ball on the ground. They've had great success against this Annalee Tigers defense. I see them continuing to pound the ball, get this clock moving, and tire out this Tigers defense.
Absolutely. Third quarter, less than 8 minutes remaining now, and here's the handoff. This one is to Bryson Singleton, who finds a seam over the right side, picks up good yardage on the play, and another first down for the Gauchos.
Nice run there by Singleton, finding some space and bouncing it outside. Only 195 pounds, he's 5'9" senior. Another one of your captains that these running backs that come in for the Gauchos, it just seems like they just have more and more guys that come in, fresh legs off the bench and run the ball well against this Tigers D.
Yeah, Singleton comes off the field and going back in for him, Austin Harper in the backfield with Keelan Benjamin now. Shotgun formation still for the Gauchos. Motion coming from the right side, that's Keith Benjamin. They hand the ball off to Harper. Austin Harper bouncing off tacklers, finds his way to the 1 touch. Yeah, oh man, 1 yard line.
Down at the 1.
Austin Harper caught a little bit of a break there. The safety came over. I'm not sure if that was Mayer or not. It might get called for a horse collar, but the ball came out, almost went into the end zone, which would have resulted in a touchback, but it did go out of bounds on the 1 yard line. Irregardless, it looks like they're going to call a 15-yard penalty for a horse collar tackle against the safety for Annalee. They're going to be all right on the doorstep again. The Gauchos trying to add on to their 25-7 lead here.
Yeah, that was the far corner of the field there where the tackle was made, and it looked like maybe Harper was dragged into the end zone, but not the case. The penalty is against the Tigers, and that will set them up. Kind of doesn't really matter. First and goal from the 1 yard line for the Gauchos either way. And let's see what the Gauchos do here to get this ball in the end zone.
Moves the ball half the distance to the goal.
And this could really be a pride moment here for the Annalee Tigers. If they can come up big with a goal line stand, the wonders it could do for this team right now, you know, you really can't overstate what that would do for this team right now. Especially the way they've been manhandled defensively so far in this game. So 1st and goal, they try the QB sneak, and that's an easy touchdown for the Gauchos. No signal yet from the referees. It looked to me like he snuck in behind his offensive line and got in there. And no, the referees say no, he was stopped short of the goal line. 2nd down and goal for the Gauchos.
Gain on the play.
And remember, the Gauchos have their backup center in there, so if you're Annalee, you should try to knock that ball out if they'd go from under center. They've had problems with their exchanges so far, but they're back on the doorstep once again.
Absolutely. Keelan Benjamin, the quarterback, still in there. He will huddle up his offense one more time to make sure they have the play straight. Reaching midway through the 3rd quarter here, and now it looks like a timeout has been called by the Gauchos.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion there. Kenny Kahn just wants his boys to settle down, get a timeout, get the play straight. We'll come back after about 60 seconds here with the Gauchos on the doorstep. But I wanted to mention that if you want more of your school's great matchups like the game you're watching here tonight, tell your school to sign up for the PlayOn Sports School Broadcasting Program. It's a great program. It allows schools and it allows all your school games to be broadcast and other activities on the web. For more information, all you athletic directors out there, go to playonsports.com/SBP. That's the school broadcast program, courtesy of playonsports.com.
So now just short of halfway through this third quarter, the El Cerrito Gauchos are knocking on the door once again just outside of the goal line already with a 25-7 lead here in this NCS Division III semifinal game. The Gauchos offense has really dictated the pace of this game to this point, behind the leadership of their quarterback, Kalen Benjamin. So they'll line up with a very tight set at the goal line once again. I don't see Keelan Benjamin on the field. There he is. He's under center. Takes the snap, tries to sneak once again, and he may have been stuffed. No signal from the referees yet.
Like the Tigers
nope, they say they held them up at the goal line once again.
Yeah,
that'll bring up 3rd and goal. Excuse me.
It's all right. I understand why they're doing the quarterback sneak, but they have their backup center in there. They're not getting enough push on their offensive front. Let's see if they change it up here on 3rd down.
Gauchos line up quickly once again, trying to run another play from just outside the goal line. It is another quarterback sneak, and the Annalee defensive line not able to keep Keelan Benjamin out of the end zone. And that is the play that puts the Gauchos up 31-7 with 6 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. And that was starting to look like a good defensive hold there by the Tigers. Unfortunately, Keelan Benjamin able to find a seam and just get past the goal line.
Yeah, it took them 3 tries to get that quarterback sneak in, and they just got it in. Good job by the Annalee defense playing tough. They knew how important that goal line stand would be, but Keelan Williams finds a hole and able to get the touchdown there. Or excuse me, Keelan Benjamin.
You know, 20/20 hindsight, I don't think the Gauchos really mind that it took them three tries because it did run some extra time off the clock.
Yeah, that's a good
Now
point.
they will try for 2. Keelan Benjamin throws for Jalen Harper, who makes the catch in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Jalen Harvey for the 2-point conversion, and that will put them up 33-7 halfway through this third quarter. Jalen Harvey having a terrific game for the Gauchos.
Yeah, on both sides of the ball, Sonny, he really has making his presence felt. An impact player on wide receiver, an impact player at linebacker. That Jalen Harvey is a sight to see. He's 6'2", 185 pounds, only a junior, Sonny, so we'll be seeing a lot more of him next year as El Cerrito brings back playmaker after playmaker. This team has a bright future ahead of them.
Oh, yeah, they have a lot of players returning next year for this team. A lot of juniors on this team. A couple of them, Derek Calhoun. You've got
Benjamin brothers.
The Benjamin brothers, Darius Pickett. We already talked about Jalen Harvey. They have a lot of players coming back next year as seniors, and you don't want to get too far ahead of yourself, but you can see this team doing very well again next year. So with a 33-7 lead here in the third quarter, halfway through this third quarter, the El Cerrito Gauchos will kick off once again. The kick is a short one. It'll drop at about the 30-yard line, and it is fair caught by, it looks like, Elishua Johnson over there on the far side of the field. And the Tigers will take over from the 30-yard line, trying to fight their way back into this game. Down 33-7 in this NCS Division III semifinal game. The winner of this game moves on to the final, the championship game. Right now, the Gauchos feel pretty good about that, up 33-7. Darren Newman in the shotgun formation for the Tigers. Has Aaron Maher go in motion. They hand the ball off to Aaron Maher to the right side, the near side. He will get dragged out of bounds there by Derek Calhoun.
Maher on the ball carrier.
And that is a short gain on the play for the Tigers.
Yeah, nice pursuit there by Calhoun and Marcellus Pippins, chasing down Maher. I can't really say whether or not Maher is injured or not. He just doesn't seem to be his normal self. He may have a little bit of a leg injury, something with his knee. He just doesn't seem to be moving at 100% for me, and that's certainly difficult when you don't have your full arsenal going and your biggest playmaker is not 100%.
Yeah, he doesn't have that explosion that we saw last week against Campolindo, and it's hurt him this night. He's not having a huge night like he did in that game against the Campolindo Cougars. Here's the second down play going up for Maher, makes the catch on a slant across the middle. The ball comes out. That's a forced fumble picked up by Keith Benjamin going down the right sideline. A great strip there by Marcellus Pippins, and it looks like another turnover for the Tigers.
Yeah, it sure is, Sonny. Maher had a nice play going. He ran another skinny post, made a really nice catch in traffic, but that El Cerrito Gauchos gang tackling defense able to punch it out. Ball pops right into the hands of Keith Benjamin, takes it the other way, and they got the ball back in Annalee Tigers territory all the way across the 40-yard line, trying to build on this 33-7 lead.
Marcellus Pippins played that perfectly. He got beat on the coverage on the slant route, but in the process of making the tackle, decides to try to strip for the ball. So he makes the tackle, strips the ball, and it's recovered by his own team. That is a top-notch play there by Marcellus Pippins on defense for the Gauchos.
Tremenculous, as I might say.
Tremenculous. And here come the Gauchos once again. 5 minutes now remaining in the third quarter, up 33-7. Once again in Annalee territory. There's the option read by Benjamin, who takes the ball for about a 6-yard gain on the play.
You know, Sonny, you talked about at halftime about how you're going to see probably a change of offensive philosophy in the second half as the Gauchos like to keep the ball on the ground. And Annalee knows what's coming, but they haven't been able to stop it yet. The El Cerrito Gauchos have kept the ball on the ground, whether it's to Benjamin keeping it himself or getting it to Harper. They've been able to run the ball, and they've had some great success in the second half, opening up holes and punching through those holes.
And I remember you mentioned in the first half, early in the game when we saw Keelan Benjamin running around in the backfield, just evading tacklers all game long, that you said this Annalee defense might get tired out. I kind of see that happening right now as we see Keelan Benjamin take the quarterback run down the left side, just tearing this defense up. There are flags on the field, but you can definitely see this Annalee defense is tired on the field.
Yeah, they're tired, and they're a little bit demoralized, too. They know they're in a huge hole here, down 33-7. It's still a third quarter, but after another turnover by the El Cerrito Gauchos offense, by the Annalee offense, their defense seems a little bit tired and disappointed in their performance. But they do get a holding call here. It's going to be a big defensive series if they can get a stop and get back on offense. This game is still not over yet, but they're going to have to make some plays here on defense and get the ball back into their offensive hands.
Little by little, this game is going further and further out of reach for the Tigers as the clock starts to wind on them with just over 4 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. They are down 33-7, and the Gauchos are driving once again in Annalee territory inside the 40-yard line. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation. He's got motion to the right side. That's Pickett lining up behind him. They hand off to Pickett over the left guard, and he is tripped up after a gain of about 3 on the play. And like we talked about, they're just going to start grinding that clock out now, and they have the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, Darius Pickett, another one of the juniors who will be back next year, gets his chance of running the ball up the gut, picks up 3 yards, gets that clock moving again, and that's all the Gauchos want to do, get the ball moving forward and keep the clock moving.
Third down and 7 now for the Gauchos at the 36-yard line of the Tigers.
Derek Calhoun back into the backfield. Yeah, the first touchdown of the game for the Gauchos on playing in the fullback position, going up the gut. He's going to line up under center, it appears to be here.
Jalen Harvey is lined up to the far side of the field at receiver, and it looks like the Gauchos have to call another timeout. And that is, in fact, what happens. El Cerrito calls their second timeout of the second half. Already up 33-7, 3:20 remaining here in the third quarter.
PlayOn Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at PlayOn Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school sports action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
And if you're looking for pretty awesome high school sports action, it's right here tonight at De Anza High School here in El Sobrante, California, where we have the NCS Division III semifinal game here between the visiting Annalee Tigers and the El Cerrito Gauchos here at home tonight, having a 33-7 lead in the third quarter and really just doing what they want offensively, defensively, and on special teams. They've only had one trip up here, and it came early in the second half, giving up that touchdown on a nice little drive there by Annalee. But other than that, it's been all El Cerrito to this point. Here comes 3rd and 6 for the Gauchos. Shotgun formation, motion coming to the right side. That's Pickett lining up. He gets the fake handoff. Keelan Benjamin gets away from more defenders, decides to run for it, stays in bounds as he goes down, tackled a couple yards downfield short of the first down marker. That will bring up 4th and about 2 or 3 for the Gauchos.
Yeah, and Zavi Janella took a huge block there from Derek Calhoun and Keith Benjamin, springing Keelan Benjamin for what appears to be another first down.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They marked him just past that 30-yard line, giving them the first down.
And most importantly, Sonny, is that Keelan Benjamin stayed in bounds, as you mentioned. Clock continues to roll.
Now at 3 minutes and still ticking here in the third quarter. Keelan Benjamin once again in shotgun formation. Takes the snap, tosses to Pickett, going around the right side, finds a small seam and picks up about 5 yards on the play. So now we see the Gauchos putting their game plan, their second half game plan into action here. Just run the ball, stay in bounds, and let that clock run. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard gain there by Darius Pickett.
Ginella for the Tigers.
And now, 2 minutes nearing here in the third quarter, and we can start thinking about who our player of the game might be as we approach the fourth quarter here, and the Gauchos with a substantial lead and looking to increase that lead here, driving in Annalee territory. Keelan Benjamin takes a shotgun snap, bobbles it, decides to hang on to it, finds the seam over the right side, gets away from defenders, going towards the corner of the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown, Gauchos. Keelan Benjamin with an amazing individual effort getting into the end zone.
Yeah, what a performance by Keelan Benjamin. Seems like every time he bobbles a snap or something goes wrong, that's when he turns it on and starts making amazing plays. That time fumbled the snap, started to juggle it a little bit. As soon as he corrals it, the defense sort of got on their heels, and he made one move and took off to the end zone for another Gauchos touchdown, 39-7 with the extra point pending.
And is it a coincidence that right as I mentioned that we might be talking about who our player of the game might be, that Keelan Benjamin makes a huge play, another huge play for his team here tonight. Now they have a 39-7 lead pending this extra point. The snap, the hold, and the kick is up, and it is in. It is now 40-7 with under 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. The Gauchos full on in control of this game, and now there is a Gauchos player down. I did not see what happened on the play. It was the kicker for the Gauchos who ended up on the ground, and it looks like the referees were pushing some Annalee players off the field, but I don't see any flags on the field. Did you see what happened, Todd?
It looked like he just got knocked down at the end of the play. Casper Gaviri, number 19 for the Gauchos, went down. I think he maybe just got the wind knocked out of him. I didn't see anything illegal on the play, and I think he's going to be okay, but the Gauchos are certainly turning this one into a laugher here in the third quarter. Not what we expected, two high-powered teams, and it's been all Gauchos tonight, Sonny.
Yeah, the Gauchos have really shown their dominance on both sides of the ball. A lot of people wondered if this defense could hold down this powerful Annalee offense, and they have done that and more tonight. They have excelled in all three parts of the game, and it shows on the scoreboard. 1:55 left in the third quarter. They're up 40-7 here against the Annalee Tigers. And these Annalee Tigers are a very proud football team. I would be surprised to see them quit here with still the fourth quarter left to go.
Ain't no mercy rule in the playoffs.
Oh, Annalee's not going to quit. They'll be fighting until the final gun, but they're just running out of opportunities here. You know, they pretty much have the same talent, and really not the same amount of numbers, but they're certainly not a team that you would expect to being dominated by the Gauchos tonight. This is a big surprise.
Absolutely. This kickoff is fielded by Generic James, who is able to find his way to about the 40-yard line, and we'll see if now the Tigers can put another drive together and kind of dig into this Gaucho lead. 40-7 once again with less than 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter.
Yeah, this game might be out of reach for the Annalee Tigers, but as I mentioned, they're not going to give up. They won't be giving an inch. They're going to try to score, get back in this game any way they can, and show this Gauchos team that they can play with them any night.
Yeah, so far the offensive plan has not worked out for them. They have not been able to get the ball to the playmaker, Aaron Maher, and when they have, it has not gone completely well. They try the screen passes to Kyle Lewis, who finds the seam over the middle, gets a couple blocks, past the first down marker. Now he's down into El Cerrito territory and dragged out of bounds at the 30-yard line, and that is a great play by Kyle Lewis.
Yeah, really nice play to Kyle Lewis. They tried to make a fake screen to the left and slide Kyle to the right. He makes the catch and takes off. He had really nice speed going, broke a couple of tackles, and got all the way down to the Gauchos 40-yard line. Nice job and a first down for Kyle Lewis.
Yeah, and it looked like Keith Benjamin, instead of trying to make the tackle, tried to strip the ball once again, and he ended up getting dragged out of bounds after Kyle Lewis took him an extra 5 or 6 yards because he didn't go straight for the tackle. So now, first down for the Tigers at the 30-yard line of the Gauchos. Looking to put up a score here before the end of the third quarter, possibly. A minute and a half remaining in the third quarter. There's the delayed handoff to Kyle Lewis. Finds a seam, picks up about 6 on the play.
Lewis, the ball carrier.
Kyle Lewis trying to get his teammates fired up, saying, hey, I know we're down. I know things haven't gone our way, but I'm going to try my hardest and get back into this ball game. He's like, a good job of 2 consecutive plays. That time, game 6 comes out of the game for a breather.
And we might see the Gauchos just playing a little bit of a softer defense now, just playing more of the pass than the run. But either way, the Tigers moving the ball downfield. Here's the pass to Matthias. Matthias down the right, in the right flat, catches the ball, picks up enough for the first down, it looks like. No. He'll be just short of the first down. Nope, he got past the first down marker. First down for the Tigers. 58 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and the Tigers will line up again to try to run another play and see what more damage they can do here before the end of the third quarter now with 58 seconds remaining. Newman in shotgun formation takes the snap, hands off, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, throwing for the end zone, throws it way up in the sky, and it is bobbled and drops out of bounds. No catch on the play. He was looking for his big man, Aaron Maher, in the end zone, just kind of floated it up for him, but the play goes incomplete. That'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 18-yard line.
Yeah, Darren Newman trying to make something happen. He actually had Dylan Matthias open in the flat, but he tried to go for it all and give it up to number 6, Aaron Maher, and give him an opportunity to haul in the touchdown pass, but it did fall harmlessly incomplete, bringing up third down.
It's second down.
Pardon me, second down.
Second down for the Tigers. They have trips to the left side. Newman takes the snap. He looks to the left. Looking down the middle for Aaron Maher. The ball sails past a couple of defenders and past Aaron Maher. Another incompletion there, bringing up 3rd and 10 now for the Tigers. We saw them complete that pass play earlier here in this third quarter, and it ended up being caught by Aaron Maher, but then he fumbled the ball while being tackled and giving possession back to the Gauchos. And maybe the Tigers thought they could take advantage of that, maybe complete the pass to their big man once again, and maybe he can hang on to it, but the pass falls harmlessly incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 10 now for the Tigers. Newman in shotgun formation once again. Takes the snap, looking to his left for Aaron Maher, throwing towards the sideline, and there's a flag on the play. The ball falls incomplete. He threw the ball for Matthias running towards the sideline, and that could be pass interference, but I'm not sure on which player.
Yeah, it looked like Jalen Harvey got his hand caught in the cookie jar a little bit, pulling on the receiver's right arm. I'm thinking it's pass interference against the Gauchos, which will give him another first down.
Yeah, that was Dylan Matthias, the intended receiver on the play, and they do, in fact, call pass interference against the Gauchos, giving the Tigers another first down here. 37 seconds now remaining in the third quarter. The ball will be placed at the 9-yard line, just inside the 10-yard line.
Inside the 10-yard line. Makes it now.
Newman will line up in shotgun formation. with Generic James to his left. He'll throw it to the flat for Matthias again, makes the catch, picks up the first down. He actually did not have the first down after the penalty. He was 3rd and short, but they do pick up the first down on that play. And they will now place the ball inside of the 6-yard line, and it'll be 1st and goal for the Tigers. 30 seconds remaining here in this 3rd quarter.
They got called for holding. It should have been a first down. So now it should be 2nd down, but apparently the holding didn't give him a first down.
Right, it was 3rd and short on that play, so it wasn't an automatic first down, I suppose. So here comes the handoff to Generic, who gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Generic James, his 2nd of the game.
Yeah, nice job by the Annalee offense, answering the call here and going 60-plus yards for the touchdown, just handing it off to Generic James, who goes off left tackle, untouched for the touchdown.
And
still a long way to go, Sonny, but it's nice to see Annalee offense not giving up and getting 6 on the board for their side.
Yeah, if you're Annalee, that's what you wanted to see. You wanted to put points up on the board before the end of the 3rd quarter, and they were able to do it with a little bit of help from the Gauchos. A couple penalties here and there, but they do get into the end zone. With 27 seconds remaining in the 3rd, and the extra point is up and good. It is now 40-14 as Annalee has put up 14 points here in the 3rd quarter.
In the 3rd quarter, the score now.
However, the Gauchos have put up 21 points here in the 3rd quarter, still outscoring the Annalee offense. It was 19-0 at halftime. The score is now 40-14 with 27 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Annalee still has a lot of ground to make up here.
Yeah, they do, and I believe that they can make up that ground, but unfortunately they haven't proven, their defense hasn't proven that they can stop the El Cerrito Gauchos, whether through the air or on the ground. Keelan Benjamin has just been too much to handle. You know, he's just been running circles around these Annalee Tigers. Try as they might to make a play, they just can't do it. They're going to have to try to get some turnovers here, perhaps strip the ball, have some of the guys hold up Keelan Benjamin while the other guys on defense try to strip him, because they need turnovers to get back into this game. Here comes an onside kick.
The onside kick is fielded by Derek Calhoun. That's the 2nd time he's recovered an onside kick by the Annalee Tigers tonight. Turnovers have really hurt the Tigers tonight. Every time they seem to get something going, there's a fumble here, a fumble there, and the ball's just not bouncing their way, whereas for the Gauchos, the ball is bouncing their way. We've seen Keelan Benjamin bobble a couple snaps, fumble a couple snaps over his head, and he's able to fall on top of them, and sometimes, in some cases, recover them and pick up good yardage.
Yeah. You're right. The ball has been bouncing El Cerrito's way pretty much this entire night. But you have to give the Gauchos credit. Sometimes you make your own luck, and they've certainly done that on numerous occasions tonight.
Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation takes the snap, hands off to Harper over the left side, near side. He finds some space, breaks a tackle down to the 31-yard line, and a nice run there for Austin Harper carrying over left tackle.
However, there's a flag on the play.
As you heard the PA announcer probably, there is a flag on the play, and that is holding against the Gauchos, so that will nullify that play. I didn't make that word up. Nullify.
Yeah, Kenny Kahn's not going to be happy with his El Cerrito offensive line. It looked like Harper had an edge regardless of the blocking. He had a full head of steam, and he had his shoulder square to the line of scrimmage, and he took off down the left sideline. But unfortunately, a holding that took place behind the play is going to nullify that large run and give Annalee defense a crack here in putting El Cerrito's offense in a 1st and long. Perhaps they can get a defensive stop that they so desperately needed this entire game.
And that play will likely be the last of the 3rd quarter as the clock runs off here. And it is. 40-14 is the score at the end of 3. The El Cerrito Gauchos all over the Annalee Tigers right now. Going into the 4th quarter, they have the ball on their own side of the field. And they're going to look to run out this 4th quarter. That 3rd quarter took a lot longer than anybody would have anticipated, with 35 points being put up on the board by both teams combined. 21 for the Gauchos and 14 for the Tigers. And in the 4th quarter, we would assume that we just expect to see the Gauchos try to run the clock out here.
Yeah, but it looked like the Gauchos were trying to run the clock out in the third quarter, too, and they put up 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, they had a little bit more success, I think, than they expected to have there in that third quarter. But they're not going to complain about it. They have a 40-14 lead in this NCS Division III semifinal match. And the scoreboard on your screen right now is incorrect. It's actually the other way around. The Gauchos are up 40-14 over the Tigers.
America's source for high school sports.
As we begin the fourth quarter here, the Gauchos with the ball, moving from your left to your right. They will start off at their own 38-yard line. 1st and 15 after the holding penalty. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation once again. Trips receivers to the right side. He'll run to the right side. He's got a couple blockers. There's another flag on the field. Keelan Benjamin goes out of bounds at about the 48-yard line, but the flag will most likely bring that play back once again, and it is in fact holding against the Gauchos once again.
Back-to-back holding penalties called against the Gauchos. Coach Kahn's got to be going crazy, yelling at his offensive lineman, why are you holding? We're just trying to keep the clock rolling. We're giving the ball we're to our fast running back and quarterback. They're getting significant yardage. Stop holding. You don't need to do that. You're putting your offense in a difficult position. I can see him screaming at his team right now. I know we have a 40-14 lead, but let's play within the rules here and get this game over with and get out of here and start looking forward to the championship game.
Maybe the Gauchos getting a little too comfortable, getting a little too comfortable, falling behind on a play here and there, falling behind a Annalee defender, and then finding themselves having to grab. But either way, it is 1st and 28 after the spot penalty puts them back 13 yards on the play. Here's the toss to the right side. I don't know if that ball was tipped, but it fluttered its way out to Jalen Harvey, who's having himself a game, and I don't know where he's going with this ball, and he finally falls at the 30-yard line after he ran around maybe about 40 or 50 yards, caught that ball in the right flat, ran back over to the left side, didn't find anything there, turned around, tried to make it back to the right side, slipped and fell for a no gain on the play.
Yeah, Jalen Harvey's trying to make SportsCenter's top 10 plays of the week on that one. He ends up coming off the field gimpy a little bit. I think he might have cramped up in his left leg or turned his ankle a little bit, but still, great effort there, trying to make something happen, but all for naught. He gained about a yard.
And that's the last thing you want if you're Kenny Kahn here. You don't want you don't want players like Harvey getting hurt at a point like this point in the game. Keelan back to pass. Keelan Benjamin evades the tackler, throws the ball across the field, finds his receiver. That is Pickett once again on the catch for a gain of about 7 on the play, but a very dangerous throw there by Keelan Benjamin, throwing across the field.
Yeah, it was dangerous, throwing it over across the field, across his body late like that, and he aired it up there too. The defense wasn't able to make the play. A nice play there by Pickett to gain at least something on that, but got to be a little bit more careful of the ball here. The last thing you need is a turnover if you're Keelan Benjamin.
Yeah, Keelan Benjamin doing what he's done all game long, which is just get away from defenders who are in his face as he, just finds room to throw the ball or run with it, which he's done a lot in this game as well. That time a very dangerous throw ends up working out in a 7-yard gain for his team. He throws to the right flat this time. It is Pickett once again with the catch. Tries to make a move, staying in bounds. That is not Pickett, that is Benjamin. That's his brother Keith Benjamin on the catch, who falls out of bounds after a gain of about 10 on the play.
Yeah, and it stops the clock, and it's going to bring up 4th down, it looks like, and El Cerrito might have to punt the ball away to Annalee. I know it's a 26-point game here with only 10 minutes left, but hey, anything can happen in high school sports, especially with such a high-powered offense in the Annalee Tigers.
Yeah, and Kenny Kahn is telling his player right there, Keith Benjamin, man, you got to stay in bounds, you got to get that clock, you got to let that clock run.
Yep.
Because he goes out of bounds, the clock stops at 10 minutes and 3 seconds now, and yeah, you have a 26-point lead, but anything can happen. We know how powerful this Annalee offense is. They haven't really displayed it tonight, but they could pop up at any time.
Yeah, and you got guys like Generic James who's about to field this punt, and he's had great success on punt returns, kickoff returns, and running the ball. So Skittles is going to try to make something happen here.
It's a good punt. Skittles will field it at the 20-yard line. Evades the first tackler. No, he does not. He gets dragged down by Pickett at about the 16-yard line. A return of about -4 yards on the play for Skittles.
Yeah, nice play there by Adarius Pickett, I should say, not letting Skittles get his feet moving and throwing him down for a 4-yard loss.
So with 9:55 remaining in this game, the Annalee Tigers will take over on offense once again. Looks like the referees are trying to figure something out. I don't see any flags on the field. They will place the ball at the 16-yard line. Nope, there was a penalty on the field. Personal foul against the Gauchos, and they will give 15 yards to the Annalee Tigers.
15-yard penalty moves the ball up to the
Puts them at the 31-yard line.
Tigers on 31-yard line.
So the Gauchos continue to give the Tigers hope. 9:55 remaining in this game. 40-15 in favor of the Gauchos. Annalee starting from their own 31-yard line, trying to get something going here, trying to put some more points up on the board. Darren Newman, shotgun formation. Takes a snap. The blitz from Jaron Harvey. He finds Matthias, who fumbles the ball again. And is recovered by the Gauchos once again, and that's a huge turnover.
Stripped away.
That might be the nail in the coffin for the Annalee offense. They beat the blitz. They pick it up. Nice block from the running back, picking up Jalen Harvey, who was coming like a bat out of hell on the outside, and got the completion over the middle. And looks like he was going to take that thing for at least a 20, 30-yard gain. But once again, the ball was stripped out by the Gaucho defense, and they pounce on top of it. Another turnover for Annalee, and that might be the end of it, Sonny, with only 9:44 remaining on the clock. Another turnover against the Tigers.
And you know what? They take that turnover off the board. It looks like personal foul against the Gauchos nullifies the play, and I guess they're saying it happened before the fumble.
Wow.
And the possession remains with the Annalee Tigers.
Interesting.
Moves the ball up now to the
I saw a lot of celebration after the play, and maybe they could have called. I thought it was a post-foul play going up against the Gauchos, and the turnover would stand, but apparently they called it prior to the change of possession. And as you mentioned, Annalee retains possession, and it has a first down near the 50.
Yeah, whatever it was, it put Annalee in really good position once again, and now they're going to call timeout here. It looks like the Gauchos have called timeout, and that is, in fact, what has happened. The El Cerrito Gauchos have called timeout once again here. I think Coach Kenny Kahn is just going to get his team together here. As you can see right there, he's getting his team together. He's trying to get their composure back together because right now they're losing it all. They're committing way too many penalties, which is causing them turnovers, costing them turnovers, and Kenny Kahn getting his team back on the right page again.
PlayOnSports.com is not only your destination for Friday night football action, but it's also the place for the most comprehensive coverage of high school, playoff, and championship events in all sports from across the country. PlayOnSports.com. High school sports lives here.
And as you can see right there, Kenny Kahn does, in fact, have his team together right now. He just doesn't want his team taking stupid penalties. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive here so far in this fourth quarter. 9:44 remaining in the game, 40-14, the Gauchos over the Tigers right now. The Tigers were just saved another turnover by a personal foul penalty against the Gauchos. First and 10 from the 46-yard line for the Tigers. Darren Newman in shotgun formation. He's got two receivers to each side of him. He's got Kyle Lewis to his right. Takes the snap. Hands off to Kyle Lewis on the delayed handoff. Kyle Lewis finds about 5 yards on that carry, getting his team into Gaucho territory.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Anderson and Calhoun for the El Cerrito Gauchos. Gain of 5 there for Lewis as they do cross the 50-yard line, second down.
And now the hurry-up offense for the Tigers. Newman in shotgun formation drops back to pass, throws to this right side. That's Kerr Johnson Jr. with the catch in the flat, picks up the first down, gets to the 42-yard line of the Gauchos, and the clock will continue to roll here after the first down is set, of course.
Ball spotted at the Gauchos 42-yard line.
Lined up next to Newman in shotgun is Generic James, who we've seen make a lot of plays tonight for the Tigers. Darren Newman takes the snap, fakes the handoff to James, looking deep down the field, finds his receiver. That is Jackson Cantu.
Yeah, first time we've called Jackson Cantu's name tonight. Makes a nice catch on the post pattern, goes up and gets it, hauls it in, and gets down the junior wide receiver, number 13. Made a nice play there, first down for the Tigers.
And that is indeed a first down for the Tigers. 8:53 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The clock will now run after the first down is set.
First and 10.
Generic James lines up next to Darren Newman in shotgun once again. Two receivers to each side of the formation. Darren Newman making some changes at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap, drops back to pass, looking to the left. Flag thrown. He gets sacked on the play. That's a big play there by Derek Calhoun, who's made a lot of plays for his team tonight.
Sacked on the play.
Yeah, that was a delayed blitz by Derek Calhoun, and he came right up the gut. He was unblocked for the sack. There is a penalty on the play. Let's see what they call. It was thrown in the territory of holding.
Referees seem to be losing control of the game a little bit at this point.
Annalee acting like it's a penalty going up against El Cerrito.
Still being discussed. Here comes the referee to make the call. Illegal hands to the face against Annalee. It is declined. Results in second down.
Referee emphatically calling that one. They'll take the sack for Calhoun, which will set up second down and about 15 here. And 8.5 minutes left. Annalee's going to have to get the ball moving forward again if they expect to get this back into this game, at least make it a contest.
Second and 14.
Newman in shotgun once again. And it looks like false start against the Tigers. Now they can't get anything going as they're heading in the wrong direction. It is indeed false start against the Lions, to the Tigers.
Moves the ball back now to the Gauchos' 31-yard line. Makes it now
Second and 19 for the Tigers now from the 31-yard line. Newman hands off to Generic James. Just finding space around the right side, evading tacklers, finally goes down after a gain of about 7 or 8 on the play. That will bring up 4th and 11 for the Tigers. Now the clock rolling under 8 minutes remaining in the game.
Generic James is fun to watch, isn't he?
Yeah, every time he gets the ball, you don't know where he's going next. Excuse me, that is third down. It will not be fourth down. It's now third and 12. Newman hands off to James once again, so we get to see a little bit more action. Rolls to the right side, evading tacklers, getting past tacklers, and takes a big hit from Derek Calhoun. He was very surprised by that hit. I don't think he saw it coming.
Yeah, but to Generic James's credit, pops right back up and says, I want some more. He's a tough little gun.
Again, very fun to watch as he just kind of found his way down the right sideline, and then as he thought he was about to turn it back upfield, up the sideline, just gets popped by Derek Calhoun. But a first down for the Tigers. Newman in shotgun. James lined up next to him again. They hand off to James once again. He finds a small seam up the middle, picks up maybe 4 yards on the play.
Man, he may be in a small package. That guy's got a heart of a lion. Not afraid of going up the middle. Generic James, the man they call Skittles, only a sophomore. He's going to be a pleasure to watch the next 3 years for these Annalee Tigers.
He's got very quick feet, very choppy feet. He makes a move, and you know, he's gone. You don't see him. He's so small.
And he runs hard, too.
Yeah, you lose him behind some of those big linemen, and absolutely, he does run hard. He doesn't go down after first contact. Newman under center, rolls right, bootleg handoff, and throwing into traffic. The ball hits the ground, and another flag on the play.
Incomplete.
Excuse me, no flag thrown on the play. Crowd reaction sounded like there may have been a flag thrown on the field, but there is no flag on the field, bringing up 3rd and 8 from the 9-yard line for the Tigers. 6 minutes and 39 seconds remaining here in this game. The Gauchos up comfortably, 40-14 against this Annalee Tigers team, who traveled all the way from Sebastopol, a long way for this NCS Division III semifinal game. If this score holds up, the Gauchos will move on for the NCS championship game. Their opponent is yet to be decided. The other semifinal game is being played tomorrow night. 3rd and 8 for the Tigers. Newman fakes the handoff, another bootleg, but he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage, throws it up, and I believe that was caught. That ball was caught. Touchdown Tigers, an amazing catch by Aaron Maher in the back of the end zone, and that's the playmaker we've been looking for all night long. A diving touchdown catch for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a real great play, you know. Darren Newman just threw it out there. Hopefully one of his guys will go and get it, and credit to Aaron Maher. He definitely went out and got that, laying it out, full extension in the back of the end zone, hauled it in, and kept his feet in bounds. That was one of the best plays of the game we've seen all day, Sonny. Aaron Maher.
Absolutely. I think if you ask Darren Newman to be perfectly honest with us, and you ask him, did you know where you were throwing that ball? I don't think he would say yes.
I think you're right.
He just tossed that ball up knowing that he had Maher back there, who made a great play. Newman cannot get that extra point attempt up past the defensive line, and that is blocked. 40-20 is now the score with 6:33 remaining in this game. And the Tigers will not go quietly.
Here come the Tigers. El Cerrito 40, Annalee 20. Fans, don't forget you can check out that.
Stay tuned for the PlayOnSports.com postgame show, where we will select our player of the game as well as wrap up all the action from this ball game. That's coming up following the game on your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
All coffee, TV 20, cable 13.
And I expect we'll see another onside kick here from the Annalee Tigers. As they line up, the Gauchos expecting it. They have most of their people up near the midfield line, the 50-yard line. Here comes the kick. It is, in fact, an onside kick. Not a very good one. Flags go all over the field as it seems to be offsides against the Annalee Tigers. That ball did not travel 10 yards, so it couldn't have been recovered by the Tigers anyway.
Yeah, definitely the poorest of the onside kicks we've seen today from Annalee. They've had 3 or 4 of them. They've all had nice bounces, nice plays by Calhoun, who's recovered 2 of them. That one not so good. He looked like he short kicked it a little bit, and the guys were offsides to begin with. So they'll either re-kick it, or if El Cerrito so chooses, they can take the ball, but they will re-kick it.
Where the Tigers will re-kick.
Because it didn't go out of bounds, it was just a penalty. They will be forced to do a re-kick.
How about a nice hand for your center, number 52, William Dreyer.
So here come the Tigers once again to try the onside kick. It is Darren Newman. Puts his foot to the ball. He just kicks it deep this time, pooches it to the right side, and it will bounce out of bounds at about the 37-yard line, and the flag will fly for illegal procedure there.
Sails out of bounds around the 38-yard line.
And that will give the Gauchos possession of the ball once again with 6 minutes and 33 seconds remaining in this game and a 40-20 lead.
If you're the Gauchos now, all you want to do is just get this clock rolling and get out of here without anybody else getting hurt. They already lost their center, who just received a nice round of applause from the home crowd, William Dreyer, with a leg injury, limping off the field with his parents. They don't want to lose anybody else as they head to the winner of the Cardinal Newman and Marin Catholic semifinal game tomorrow night.
The snap goes to Benjamin, who hands it off to Harper, who finds about 2 yards on the play before he's dragged down by the Annalee defense. Aaron Maher in on the play.
Jacob Hicks with the tackle.
Gain of a yard on the play.
And the clock does continue to run. 6 minutes now in the fourth quarter remain here as the Gauchos try to run out this clock with a 40-20 lead in this NCS Division III semifinal game. Jalen Harvey lining up to the near side of the field. He's had a big game for the Gauchos tonight. Keelan Benjamin in shotgun formation once again will take the snap from there and likely hand off to his running back, Austin Harper, who is lined up behind him. In motion coming to the right side is his brother Keith Benjamin. They hand off. They fake the handoff to Harper, give it to number 8, who's also had a big game tonight. That is, Adarius Pickett on the carry, picks up about 5 yards on the play, bringing up 3rd and 4 for the Gauchos.
For the Tigers, a 5-yard gain on the play.
So many playmakers on this El Cerrito side of the ball. You start to lose track of who's getting the ball and who's making these plays.
Yes,
Now,
they certainly have a lot of weapons on receiver, running back, and especially their quarterback, Keelan Benjamin.
now under 5 minutes remaining in the game. Gauchos with a 3rd and 4. They have trips lined up to the left side. Keelan Benjamin will wait until the very last second that he can snap the ball. Takes the snap, looking to throw the ball, throws to his right side for Jalen Harvey, who makes the catch and gets drug out of bounds there by Kyle Lewis. But a first down play there for the Gauchos.
Once again, even late in the fourth quarter, Annalee still giving a lot of space to Jalen Harvey on the right sideline. Just ran a simple 6-yard stop, picks up the first down. He does step out of bounds to stop the clock, but they do pick up the first down and have more time to run off the clock here.
4:40 remaining in the game now. Gauchos once again trips to the left side. They toss to the left side. That is Marcellus Pippins, who does not get back to the line of scrimmage, and it looks like he got dragged out of bounds there. No, he was taken down inbounds. The clock will continue to run. It'll be 2nd and about 13 after the loss of 3 on the play.
Brought down by number 40, Trent Ickerman.
Austin Harper comes back in at the running back position after the minus 3-yard run by Marcellus Pippins. Shotgun formation once again for Keelan Benjamin.
Ball spotted at the Tigers' 49-yard line.
Clock running down to under 4 minutes now. Keelan Benjamin waits for as long as he can. Calls motion. Keith Benjamin to the right side. They will throw the ball. Keelan Benjamin evades tacklers, and he is taken down this time for a big loss on the play. That is Kieran Newell, the defensive back, coming on a blitz, and finally somebody's able to bring down Keelan Benjamin.
Yeah, Newell did a really nice job there of staying in front of Keelan Benjamin, who has been eluding Annalee Tigers all game long, but that time Newell grabbed a hold of Benjamin's jersey and wasn't going to let go for the life of him, and he was able to drag him down for, I believe, one of the first sacks of the ball game. Considering how many times Benjamin has gone back to pass, to only have 1 or 2 sacks is quite an amazing accomplishment from the El Cerrito Gauchos, but the glitz did get him there.
And not only that, not only how many times he's gone back to pass, but how many times he's been contacted back there behind the line of scrimmage. He's evaded a lot of tacklers, and I believe you're right. That's the first time I've seen him go down. Flags are thrown here before the snap of the ball. It's delay of game against the Gauchos. They took too long to set up the play. 2:51 remaining in the game. A 40-20 lead for the Gauchos as they try to run out the clock on this NCS Division III semifinal game so that they can move on to the NCS championship game next week.
Makes it down 3rd and 28.
3rd and 28 for the Gauchos. Keelan Benjamin once again in shotgun formation. Keith Benjamin going from right to left in motion. Keelan fakes the toss out his way. He'll roll to the right. He's got pressure, finds his running back, Pippins once again, who makes the catch, stays in bounds, goes down after a gain on the play. And now the Annalee defense getting a little scrappy out there.
Yeah, Jacob Hicks got his helmet knocked off, and he wasn't happy about it. Shoved the running back, or the wide receiver Pickett, to the ground. I don't know if they called a flag on it, but they're taking him out of the game. Head coach head coach Daniel Borbin is not happy about his big center, or nose guard, I should say, throwing him down, and really a very unsportsmanlike play from number 75.
And it looks like an eligible receiver is downfield against the Gauchos. So
yeah,
as
the
they
officials
try
just
to
missed it, Sonny.
as they try to end this game, they try to run this clock out, they continue to throw flags, and that's holding up the end of this game. 2:42 remaining in the fourth quarter. Either way, the end of that play would bring up a fourth down. And now the referee's having discussion. Looks like Annalee just wants to decline the penalty. And that is, in fact, what they do. They decline the penalty. The ineligible receiver downfield against the Gauchos results in a fourth down, and it looks like the Gauchos will be forced to punt the ball away to the Tigers once again, with 2:42 remaining in the game.
Fourth and 16. Ball is spotted on
So we get to see another crack at Generic James back to return this punt.
Generic James, who's been one of the more exciting players on the Annalee side of the ball tonight.
Skittle James is deep to receive for the Tigers.
He is standing back at about the 20-yard line to receive this punt, and looks like the Gauchos are having trouble getting the right personnel on the field. They finally have it figured out. Here comes the punt. It's a high snap, able to get it down and evade the first blocker. Nice punt there. It'll be fielded by James at about the 15-yard line. Looks for a seam. He'll come up the near sideline and get dragged down at the 21.
Knocked out of bounds by Austin Harper.
And that's where the Tigers will likely start their final possession of the game.
By James.
Nice tackle there by Austin Harper. A real clean hit on James, dragging him down around the 25-yard line, where Annalee will take over. 2 minutes left. We'll see how they play it.
Tigers come out once again in shotgun formation. Newman back there with Kyle Lewis. Two receivers to each side. Takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Lewis. He's looking deep down the near sideline. He's get pressured, rolls over to the right side, looking deep downfield, and he is sacked once again by Derek Calhoun, who is having an amazing game for the Gauchos.
He was brought down by number 2,
Derek Calhoun able to run down Darren Newman on the far side of the field before he can get rid of the ball, and the clock will continue to run. 1:45 and running here in the fourth quarter. Time running out on the Tigers season.
The ball back to the Tigers' own 19-yard line.
And what a great season it's been. You can't feel bad about their season. You know, it came to a really tough end, but a 12-0 season, one of their best years they've ever had. So congratulations, regardless of the outcome of this game, have to go to the Annalee Tigers. An amazing season under Coach Daniel Bourdon, and bright things in the bright future ahead for Annalee, certainly.
This is definitely no time to hang their heads. They've done something that no other Annalee football team has ever done. They got to the semifinals here in the NCS playoffs, and they can definitely hang their hats on that. Here comes the 3rd and 6 play from the Tigers. Newman rolls back, throwing the screen pass to Kyle Lewis, who has some blockers, and he'll pick up the first down and more, getting across midfield, taken down at the 42-yard line. Finally, a nice gain there by Kyle Lewis.
Yeah, Kyle Lewis has really made a lot of plays in this game and has gotten his team fired up. He's certainly been probably my player of the game for Annalee. Just the way he plays the game, the emotion, how hard he runs. And he is a senior, so this will be his final game playing football for the Tigers, and he has nothing to feel ashamed about. He and the Annalee Tigers had an amazing season.
51 seconds remaining in the game. The clock will now run. After the first down catch and run there by Kyle Lewis. Newman throws deep down the left side, looking for Aaron Maher, who cannot complete the catch, and the ball is intercepted. It is intercepted by Keith Benjamin. The ball was bobbled around, and a great heads-up play there by Keith Benjamin to end this game. The Gauchos will have to come out and sit on the ball once. and they will move on to the NCS Division III championship game.
Yeah, that'll do it. That's it. That was the final offensive play. You think for Annalee, they throw it up there trying to give Aaron Maher one last shot at making a tremendous play. He had the touchdown previously in the back of the end zone, but great play there by Benjamin coming up with it. And El Cerrito's going to go to the championship game in the North Coast section, Division III. Congratulations to the Gauchos.
And they will find out who their opponent is after tomorrow night's game. They will play the winner of tomorrow night's game next week for the NCS championship, and they are starting their celebration here on this island. But like we said, they can't go over the top with this. They still have another game to win. And Keelan Benjamin will go out there and drop on a knee, and that should end the game. A final score in this one, the NCS Division III semifinal. The El Cerrito Gauchos 40, the Annalee Tigers 20, and the Gauchos are moving on. For the Tigers, a disappointing end to a very successful season. Like we talked about, the best season they've ever had in Annalee history. They've never made it this far to the semifinals of the NCS playoffs. As the final second ticks off the clock, that is the end of this game, and the teams will meet at midfield. A final, once again, from De Anza High School here in El Sobrante, the Gauchos of El Cerrito 40, the Annalee Tigers 20. We're going to wrap things up here. We'll choose our player of the game. We'll come back with an interview there and wrap up our night here at De Anza High School in El Sobrante. This is Friday Night Football on your home for high school sports. PlayOn High School Sports, PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the PlayOn School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
And welcome back to PlayOnSports.com coverage of Friday Night Football. It's the NCS Division III semifinal game where a final is the El Cerrito Gauchos 40, the Annalee Tigers 20, and a very happy man next to me. We've got Jalen Harvey of the Gauchos. Jalen, you're our player of the game tonight. Congratulations. You guys had a great game out there. You guys really took it to the Tigers, who they haven't been held under 35 points all season long. What did your defense do differently to hold them down and really contain their offense?
At practice, their biggest strength was throwing, and our biggest strength was stopping the pass. So, at practice we had a scout offense, and we just kept, throwing 9 routes, 3 routes. We just kept, playing our defense.
And offensively, you had a lot of success on the field tonight, a lot of short passes. You turned them into big plays. Is that something you game planned for, or is that just something that kind of came up tonight?
Not really. My knee was kind of messed up, so I just told Coach I was going to grind it out a few yards and get the first down.
Well, for a bum knee, you had a great game out there tonight. Once again, the Gauchos over the Tigers, 40-20. Our player of the game, Jalen Harvey, congratulations again.
Thanks.
And good luck in your NCS championship game, which they will play next week. It'll be decided after tomorrow night's game, whoever the winner of that game is. Once again, stick around for the wrap-up show here on PlayOnSports.com. We're going to wrap things up. I'm going to bring Todd Allen back in, and we'll be out of here from De Anza High School in El Sobrante. PlayOnSports.com.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1. For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Welcome back again to PlayOnSports.com. I'm Sonny Beaubright here with Todd Allen. And Todd, we just witnessed a great game. It was the Division III NCS semifinals between the Gauchos of El Cerrito, who were victorious over the Annalee Tigers 40-20, and we really saw something that we didn't expect. The Annalee Tigers offense really contained. They only scored 20 points. That's their lowest total of the season. Both these teams coming in undefeated. I mean, what surprised you the most out there tonight?
I think what surprised me the most was the athletes that the Gauchos had, and they just couldn't. The Annalee Tigers just couldn't match up with the Gauchos on both sides of the ball. I don't think they expected this sort of team speed that they had, and they were taken a little bit by surprise in the first half. They had a lot of turnovers. They were kind of shooting themselves in the foot, and that's something you just can't do in a game this important when you're going up against a team with such superior athletes.
Yeah, very sloppy game on both sides. Lots of penalties, lots of turnovers, but in the end, it was the Gauchos who had the athletes who made all the moves. We saw a lot of great moves from Keelan Benjamin, the quarterback of the Gauchos, who just seemed nobody could get a hand on him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he was just too much to handle for Annalee. He had him tired out, and you saw that 3 touchdowns they scored in the third quarter, and it was basically just him running around doing his thing, and he's a sight to see, and they're going to be a good team for a number of years with the athletes they get here at El Cerrito. And I think they're going to give a serious game to whoever they play, whoever wins the Marin Catholic Cardinal Newman game tomorrow night. I can't wait. I hope I get to do the game because it's going to be something to see.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game for the Division III NCS Championship next week. The Gauchos are moving on after winning this game 40-20 over the Annalee Tigers. That's going to do it for us. I'm Sonny Beaubright. For Todd Allen and the rest of our crew, Omar Lewis and Vincent Huergas, thank you for tuning in to PlayOnSports.com.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.